Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Jerma.
Hi. Hi, Howard.
Bro, how did you and I get on an episode of Broken Boys, episode 131?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
Also, the fact that we sound exactly like the hosts.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. Um, yeah,
Should
uh,
I should I do a signature bit?
yeah, man,
Is it like small enemy spider?
nice.
Yeah.
I can do one too. Ready?
Yeah.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Good one.
Thank
Good
you,
one.
thank you.
Good one.
Well, since we sound so much alike them, I guess for this episode, I'll go by Mike.
And I'll go by Colin, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. We'll just impersonate them.
Yeah,
Um,
fine.
yeah. But
I can't wait for the Broken Boys bit bracket and for this to be added.
yeah, this is gonna win the whole thing for sure.
Yeah.
Never have we ever been so creative. Um, all right. Well, how was your week there, Colin?
It's been alright. I think was last week the hot one. I think it was.
Yeah, we had some hot ones.
Hot ones, yeah. But this week's been kind of nice and cool. So, school's been fine. That assignment that I had to do like right after we finished the episode last week.
Right. Yeah.
I got it done at 11:58.
Mm-hmm.
Sent that in, and then on Monday I got in, and everyone was like, "Yeah, so like we didn't get that done."
Oh, was it a group project or was it just?
No, it was like an individual assignment or whatever, but he released it so late in the day and without any notification of it at all that like nobody got it done. And he was like, and everyone had to like email him and be like, "Hey, I didn't get this done."
God damn.
So they just I guess I could have like emailed him and said that I didn't get it done instead of having to stay up or whatever. But
I mean, yeah, no notice uploading late on a Friday on that was that the first week of school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna go well.
no, it's not. And like he's an older dude. He's not like super old, but and we just switched from like the old site that we use for turning it in to a new one. So like professors are still figuring that shit out and everything, but it's like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Just, why you? First of all, why are you making assignments the day they're due? And we don't even have class that day, so it's like, a little notice. Right? That was fun. I had a little meeting that was like, I had a meeting about like student teaching. It's got a lot of shit to do in the next couple semesters.
Fun.
But yeah, that was a little overwhelming. But I'll get it. It's whatever. I'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
Be all right. I went to Starbucks earlier this week because they got the pumpkin stuff back. I wanted that sweet pumpkin cream cold brew.
White bitch.
Yes, exactly. Just like Germa.
Yeah. My favorite white bitch.
Yes.
God damn. Are you like in the streets of Chicago right now? Like, where the hell are you?
I'm actually just like recording inside the parking garage. So.
Oh, okay. Are you like legit?
No.
Oh, it kind of almost sounds like it.
um, uh, but yeah, I got out of class at 10:50,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, I don't have anything to do until 5. So I was like, I'm gonna get a Starbucks. So I went to Starbucks, get down to the student center, and the line's super long. But I'm like, I don't have anything to do. I want this pumpkin cream cold brew.
Oh God.
Um, you wanna throw out a guess of how long I waited in that line?
Man, I mean, the way you set up this story, I could tell where this was headed. Um, uh, you said it was a really long line, right?
It was.
What time was it?
It was. It was around 10:55, 11. So and the line was
Oh
past
God.
that pillar, curving towards to where like the line was across from the merch store,
Yeah.
student center.
Damn. Well, at that time, with new pumpkin spice shit coming out, I would say 45 minutes.
Close.
Ooh.
It was an hour.
God damn. I was thinking of going for that, but I was like, no, I'm shooting too much.
Yeah, no, it was an hour because, well, they have 2 registers there, but the one person who was on a register went on break, and I was like, okay, whatever. But the other register was being manned by a new person who was being trained.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah, that took a long time.
Yeah.
I think I finished a podcast. Standing in that one.
That's awesome.
I mean, I got my coffee, and it tasted good. But after that, I was like, I will not be coming back to Starbucks on Wednesdays at this time ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't go at that time period. I've made that mistake before. It wasn't that egregious because I don't think anyone was being trained at the time, but but that line gets that length at that time, like basically always.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that was fun. Just been working still. I started being trained on like the fry station.
Oh.
It was real hot over there. I burned my hand already.
Nice.
Good stuff. Yeah. That's really work. I don't know. There was already a fuck up with a day I requested off, so I gotta get that fixed.
Oh.
I've heard things about this. The manager makes the schedules being pretty bad at making a schedule, so that's 4 for 4.
Have you? I was gonna say, yeah. Have you ever had a decent one? Someone who listens to their employees.
No, that's 4 for 4.
Yep.
Managers don't know how to make a schedule. The only person that was good at making a schedule for me was myself when I did DoorDash.
There you go.
So, yeah, I gotta get that fixed because I requested off this Friday because I have like orientation for my clinicals at the high school that I'm going to. So I kind of gotta be there.
Yes.
But I got scheduled for like 45 minutes before that. So, that's not gonna work. That's fun. I got Unreal Unearth on vinyl.
Oh. I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I went to Target on Saturday after work, and I was like, I want that shit. So I bought it. And it's a real good looking vinyl. It's nothing. It's not a special printing or anything, but I like the album cover a lot. So.
Yeah.
Came with like a cool insert of some pictures taken at the photo shoot for the album. So,
cool.
Yeah, sounds good. I still need to get the record by Boy Genius and This Is Why on vinyl this year, but I was like, I saw that one now and I want it, so I just bought it.
There you go.
But yeah, I didn't listen to anything new this week.
Tisk.
I know. I was just been a real busy start to the semester, so But yeah, I started listening to a D&D podcast, the one that like the big one with like Matt Mercer and Ashley Johnson.
Oh yeah, Critical Role.
Mm-hmm.
Their fucking Wired web search or whatever showed up in my feed. I didn't watch it, but I noticed it had like hundreds of thousands of views like within like a few hours or so. I was like, God damn, I didn't know that this thing was big. So I was also like, I was slightly looking into it the other day, like as a potential future interest, but I like had no idea it was like that big. I knew it was a thing, but yeah.
Yeah, my sister's super into it. They have an animated show of their like first campaign on Amazon Prime.
Oh, that's cool.
They kickstarted it, and like the goal was 750K or something like that, maybe less than that, and they reached that goal in like an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they like overall made like $11 million on Kickstarter.
God damn.
So yeah, it's a pretty big deal. But you know, it's got a lot of cool people on it, like Laura Bailey, Matt Mercer, and Ashley Johnson.
Who's Matt Mercer? That name is familiar, but
he does a lot of voice acting in video games. He did like he did McCree, aka Cassidy, in Overwatch. He's like a big voice actor.
I've heard his name before. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I started listening to their like most recent campaign today, and I was like, I want to play D&D again. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, didn't listen to anything new music wise. But how was your week, Mike?
Week was fine. Didn't really do. I was staring at you as if you were sitting next to me. Glaring, one may say. No, my week was all right. Didn't really do a whole lot, but did some things. Last weekend, was it last week? Yeah, it was on Sunday. My mom and I drove up to Wisconsin, to where my brother is, and we did a hike up there with my aunt and my cousin, who tagged along as well. It was a pretty cool place. It was a place called I think it was called Devil's Lake. It used to be like a glacier, like I don't know, millions of years ago or some shit. But
how did you say that word?
What'd you say?
How did you say that word?
Glacier?
You said glacier?
No, I said glacier. Sure.
No, you said glacier.
No, I did not say that.
You can run back the tape, Mike.
Whoever's listening to this better fucking hit backwards twice, because I'm not gonna edit it in. But I said glacier. Okay, I've never said glacier. I've never said glacier in my life. No, I did not. Anyways, it used to be a big glacier back in the day. That was intentional. Back in the day, eons ago, and now it's like.
How'd you say that word?
Day.
No, eons.
I'm gonna fucking mute you for the rest of the podcast.
Call your phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you so that way you can't fucking. Yeah, long time ago it was that. Now it's like a big, like almost like it's a big hill, but it's like super rocky and shit. It doesn't look like you're in the middle of Wisconsin. It's kind of crazy. Like I would have I was thinking the whole time, like if I had spawned in here in GeoGuessr or some shit, I would think I'm in like Upper Canada or something. But really cool hike, really nice place. Lot of good stuff there. We got some cheese curds at a little rest stop. Wisconsin cheese curds, you can't go wrong.
Did you take some pretty pictures?
I did take a lot of pretty pictures. It's a pretty nice place if you're near the area. Good hike. Very upwards though. I was a little worried for myself for a little bit. Like, am I gonna be able to make this? But I did. It flattened out after that, and there was some really nice views and stuff. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And then after that, we went to a place near my brother called like Chicken Licks or something like that. That he likes to go to a lot. It's basically like a bar, but they specialize in chicken. Yeah, we got some chicken. I got some really good buffalo wings there and stuff. It was pretty nice spending time the fam. Yeah, did that. Then the rest of this week, didn't really do too much besides working on more composition stuff and more just kind of getting things together. I want to get a website started up pretty soon just for having my stuff on it and getting that.
Squarespace?
Maybe. I was thinking about it. I was going to see if that's actually a good service to use.
It's a big sponsor for podcasts. Wink.
Yeah.
Squarespace.
Yeah. Wink, wink, Squarespace. I don't know about you, but maybe. I do know that like a lot of the big sponsors can have sometimes shitty products. I won't name names, I guess, but but so I wanted to look into a non-biased review to see if that's actually a good place to make websites, and if it is, hey, sponsor us. Fuck around and find out, you know. Yeah, did that, or was thinking, not thinking about doing it. I was taking steps to get to that place, and thinking about it, but did that, I wasn't playing many games besides, GeoGuessr or whatever this week, because I think, did I? Oh, no, I finished everything I wanted to do with Red Dead over the weekend, I got, like, all the dinosaur bones and stuff like that. Just because I wanted to see where they were, that they were evading me the whole fucking game. And after seeing the places they hid them, I'm not really mad about most of them. I only found one in my actual game. I wanted to do that, and I was looking up some things like, oh, you can meet these characters after the epilogue or whatever, and wanted to see some of that content as well. But, did all that, felt pretty good about it. Pretty fun, like that game a lot. We'll probably talk about it a little bit more later. You
could play a new game if you wanted.
What's that?
You can finally play The Last of Us.
I was thinking about that actually.
Mm-hmm. It's 20% off on Steam right now.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna look into if the PC port is actually good now.
I think they fixed it.
I just needed to check on it. Another one I was thinking of, though, and that I'm actually probably more likely to, is God of War. Because God of War, my PC that I have currently, like, it has recommended specs and everything, and it's on discount. It's like $30 or something right now. So I was highly debating that one, but I think I may buy it, but I may not start playing it until I can't get another addiction right now. But I may buy it while it's at this price off, because that's
to be fair though, it's not as expansive as Red Dead, so
true. Yeah, it's probably a lot more linear, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
And that story, so good.
Yeah, like I've mentioned it before, but I'm actually pretty proud of myself, because that's one of the few games that I know has like a really good, rich story, but I don't know jack shit about it. So like, it would be a good experience for me, because that's one of the things that I don't want to say it spoiled my Red Dead experience, but like I did know a lot of the big story beats, especially towards the end of the game.
Right.
So in some ways I wasn't shocked by things, but also I feel like the game, I don't know, whatever. I would be.
Spoil it for you later.
Yeah, I would be so excited to go into it blind.
That's fucking good, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, just kind of doing composition stuff, whatever. Got some good stuff done on clarinet work.
Guitar cover?
Been working on it. I swear to God, part of the thing with that is that I haven't set up my microphone stuff yet, just because I don't exactly know how to. So like I don't have like the audio mixer and all. I'm still using the old ass podcast mic right now. That's holding on.
What do you mean you don't know?
No, I know how to, but it's like the placement of things that I'm just not exactly sure how to do. Just because of like I'm in like a temporary layout right now, but the more I'm in it, the less I'm thinking it's going to be temporary. But I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, I did those. Whatever. Today I kind of tried out a new thing. They were talking about this on Chuckle's Sandwich that they released yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. They were doing like the the whole like reading Reddit stories or whatever or no, it was the Am I the Asshole? And then they would, decide if they were the asshole or not. Anyways, one of the stories was talking about an app that sounded kind of interesting. It's an app, we're still not sponsored, but it's an app called Too Good to Leave. And basically what it is restaurants can sign up to it, and if they have food that's like still good for use that, they were going to waste anyway, you can buy it at like 3 times less the price. And just it's like a mystery box type of thing. Like you can't choose what you're gonna get, but you'll get it. I was like, that's interesting. And like, so like you could pay, well, I'll just spoil, kind of. I used it today. So like I paid like $6 for $18 worth of food or whatever. But because it's like a mystery box thing, you never know what you're gonna get. And that was part of the thing of that story. It's because like a boyfriend and girlfriend ordered from different places, and boyfriend got like a whole like barbecue like feast, and then his girlfriend got like a bunch of like Vietnamese soups or something, like duck soup and stuff like that. And she wanted to share, and the boyfriend didn't want to. Anyways,
what did you get?
There's not really a lot of places near us. I mostly just wanted to try it to see what it would be like. So I drove like 30 minutes north to a place, and it was like a pizza. They're like a pizza place. I think they specialize in just like one slice things, but they like those slices are fucking gigantic. Like when I put it in the microwave, it was bigger than the plate, pretty much. Like the ends
like a New York slice kind of thing.
I guess so. I feel like it looked even bigger than a New York slice because I couldn't really hold it. I needed to use a fork and knife to eat it. Anyways, though, I got 3 of those and for $6, and I was like, that actually not too bad. Not too bad of a price.
Did you eat the crust first, or?
No, I did kind of. Well, like I did fork and knife, so I kind of. I mean, you've seen how I've eaten pizza recently. Now I kind of do like half and half at a time.
Oh, yeah, I do.
So that way I can still hold on to something, but like I'll still eat the last bit of the crust before eating the last bit of the pizza.
It's so weird.
The crust is the worst part. Crust is the worst
it's
part.
It's not, though.
It is.
I love it.
What part of the crust is better than the fucking pizza?
Okay, the crust is good, though, I bet you fucking cut the crust off your fucking sandwiches.
I don't.
You big baby.
I don't. I'm not a big baby.
And you have to pinch your nose when you're eating the last bit of the crust.
And I have to wear a diaper because I shit myself. Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah. Anyways,
I know Vince had to change it for a couple of years.
Okay, that was like 3 times. It's not that bad.
You got a blowout a couple times.
You're telling me you haven't shit yourself 3 times in the last year and a half?
I mean, I can't say I haven't.
Exactly.
I haven't had Vince change me.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah, 3 times that we know of. But the 3 slices I got, one of them was like a veggie one, which it was good. I'm not really picky when it comes to pizza toppings and stuff, and that's why I kind of wanted to try, because I'm not really super picky of an eater.
Well,
except for like condiments. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, there was like a veggie one. It had like red peppers and green peppers on there. It had some mushroom, had some onion and olive, I think. That was pretty good. And then there was like I forgot what they called it. It was like a Hawaiian barbecue, I think is what, or like special barbecue or something. But it was basically like, it was, pineapple, onion, chicken, and like it was like a mango habanero sauce instead of the marinade. It was actually really good. I like that one a lot. So sorry for all you pineapple on pizza purists out there.
You're fucking. I can't believe. I don't get why people don't like that shit. Like,
me neither.
Sweet and salty is such a good fucking combination.
But the pineapple and the tomato. Shut up. Yeah. That, and then I haven't had my last slice yet. I'm probably gonna do it after the pod. But I think it was like a sausage and jalapeno. It looked like. But it was a good amount of food for $6. Like, pretty successful first time. I may try it out more. Hopefully, if they add more restaurants in our area, it would be nice too, so I don't have to go out of the way to go get it. But
Right.
it was kind of fun. Mystery box for food when you're not a picky eater. Kind of interesting, switch it up.
I think that, like, when it comes to that stuff, I feel like big corporation restaurants won't really go for that. I feel like, and there's not many, like, small, like, family-owned stuff around home, so it's like you're gonna have to go a little farther for that kind of stuff.
From the stuff that I was seeing offered, it didn't seem like any of the big chains were doing that. Because I guess they just want to waste food, but whatever.
Yeah, it's cheaper to waste food.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't want to get money from people buying their food that they were going to waste anyway. And then other than that, the other thing I've marked here is that last night did a little Smash session with my friends.
Hot.
Yeah. But I haven't played Smash in a long time, and I absolutely sucked ass yesterday. But you know what? I won one round, and I feel okay about that. So. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I forgot to mention that I watched the Super Mario Brothers movie last night.
Did you?
I did. Pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah, it was the animation is really fucking good, and the score is great. There was some pretty cool attention to detail and like references to Mario games and stuff like that. And I liked the voice acting for the most part. I mean, Chris Pratt wasn't too bad. It wasn't too like abhorrent or like super noticeable or anything. But like Seth Rogen, he voice acts and he's just Seth Rogen.
Yeah, so that's what I would suspect.
Yeah, so it's Donkey Kong, but he's beating the shit out of Mario and doing. It's like, all right.
Friend of the podcast, Seth Rogen.
Yeah, friend of the love him to death.
Yeah.
But it's been a while.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's been. Yeah. For some reason, I forgot that you didn't see that earlier this year.
Yeah, I meant to, but I just never did. There's a lot of movies that I haven't seen from this year that I need to watch, like Dungeons and Dragons.
You've seen more than me.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but that's nothing out of the ordinary.
True.
I need to watch Dungeons and Dragons. I want to watch The Flash, just to see how bad it is. And then I want to watch the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which Seth Rogen was also a part of. So.
I saw some CGI shots from The Flash. That's all I've seen from that, and just how awful the CGI is. Oh, God.
No, Ezra Miller is a piece of shit, too. So.
Right, yeah.
Gotta love it. And then, the guy who directed that movie is going to be directing a Batman movie for James Gunn's DC universe, so hopefully he does better with that.
Wait, so currently they're going to be doing that Batman movie as well as the fucking oh god, why can't I think of the director? The other Batman with Pattinson in it.
Matt Reeves, yeah.
Matt Reeves. They're going to be doing 2 standalone Batman movies.
Yeah, they're kind of doing like, it's not like multiverse shit, but it's like it's just like Elseworld, I think is what they're calling it. They're like, this isn't connected to what James Gunn is doing, but it's too good not to make. So that and like the second Joker movie are outside of the. Oh,
I forgot there was going to be another Joker.
Folie do, they were big fans of Fallout Boy.
No.
Yeah.
Is that what the movie's called?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's Lady Gaga is Harley Quinn, and it's going to be a musical. So.
All right.
Suck it, you fucking loser Joker fans.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, I guess.
I'll be interested to see how it is. I don't know.
Sorry. I forgot to mention in my week that I did listen to something as well. I listened to Unreal Unearthed by Hozier.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. I've gotten 2 listens in, and I liked it both times. I really like a few tracks. There's some that I don't really care for as much, but So there are some standout moments on there though, and like you said, his voice, goddamn, it got to me more than I thought it would. I was like, dude, what the fuck? I forgot you could like sing.
Yeah, buttery as fuck.
Yeah, very very.
Butter.
Yeah, but yeah, just want to mention that.
Cool. Well, you can talk more about it once we get into our little segment there.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, though, did you see that Oppenheimer's the second highest earning rated R movie ever? No.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's just underneath the Joker, but
I was gonna say one is Joker, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it beat both Deadpools, and it's at 800 million, so it could get up there.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of surprising, honestly. Like, it's a 3-hour biopic.
Yeah, so but it's like, Nolan. It also had the whole Barbenheimer aspect. I mean, my parents fucking knew about Barbenheimer, so like that shit got around. I think both of those things contribute to it, and then just word of mouth of people being like, "This movie's fucking amazing" or whatever. Yeah.
But it's I'm glad that movie deserves to make all that money, so I'm glad that it is. But yeah, that was cool. Do you want to do music news, or do you want to do monthly roundup first?
How much music news do you have?
I got like 3 things.
Okay, I don't have anything. So if you just want to spout those out real quick.
Well, O-Rod comes out next week.
Yeah.
We'll listen to that. Talk about it. AJR's album got a name.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right.
It's The Maybe Man. It's coming out November 3rd. The Bye Bye Man.
Yeah.
And then,
I wish they would be the Bye Bye Men.
What do you mean?
So like Howard Hamlin.
Yeah.
Some could say he was a bit of a Bye Bye Man within the plot.
Are you saying that you want them to join their dad? Is that what you're saying?
So what's the third music?
Doja Cat has an album coming out.
Yeah.
September 22nd. I've never listened to a Doja Cat.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm a little interested that you're speaking of it.
I just saw that, and it's like releasing the same day as another album. I don't know, but that's coming out. I don't know.
Oh, bro, the new Drake album's coming out.
I thought that it had already supposed to have come out.
The Drake album?
Yeah, I could have sworn that somebody was saying
I don't fucking know.
Came out. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's just more for that fucking artist analysis that we have on the wheel.
Yeah, that's coming at some point. Didn't we roll it once and then it was like a bad week to do a big one? Yeah, we got spared.
Yep. And then Billie Eilish performed When the Party's Over with Boy Genius.
Oh, yes.
That was cool. Would love more of that. Yum, yum, yum.
Billy Boy Genius?
Oh, yes, Billy Boy Genius. And then they had the Streamies this week. And Made You Look by Meghan Trainor won the Rolling Stone Streamy for Sound of the Year.
Oh, God.
So,
yeah. I don't think there's a lesser award that something could win.
Yeah.
Rolling Stone Sound of the Year. Jesus. At the Streamies. Jesus Christ.
So, even if it is a nothing award, it's still an award for a song that's ass. So,
yeah. It definitely didn't win a Brokey, I can tell you that. So.
Oh, fuck no. It might win Brokey for worst song of the year.
But didn't it come out like December of last year? I thought it was around Christmas time. I feel like I remember. I don't know.
It was on my For You page for months. So,
yeah.
Fucking. Gucci. Gucci.
Yeah.
Awful shit. Fucking. And she's also just a piece of shit. So. But she's married to Junie from Spy Kids. So.
That's right.
That's fun. But yeah, that's.
I made Junie look.
All right, so monthly roundup then.
Yeah. We can we can do that. I have a 5 here.
I have. Let's see. I have. Sorry.
It better be.
I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6.
All right, you want to get us started then?
Sure. First thing I listened to was Kid A by Radiohead.
Oh, yes.
Still great. I haven't had a chance to get a second listen in yet, but still very haunting, very ethereal, very cold, but also like, I don't know. It's like scary kind of with the electronics. It's really great. What did I give it out of here? I feel like I gave it like a fucking 8. No, I don't want a software update. We have something to do.
Colin just all of a sudden goes boop.
I gave it a 90. So
all right.
Yeah. Yeah. You go ahead.
Cool.
Yeah.
First thing I listened to this month was Songs About Jane by Maroon 5. One I've been meaning to get to just because I've heard it's the only good Maroon 5 album. And yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of good stuff on it. It definitely has a group of band members playing creative things, which who would have thought? But, you know, Adam Levine isn't like annoying on it either. He's mostly he's pretty tame throughout the whole thing and services the songs the way he's supposed to. But yeah, there's some good stuff on there. My favorites on there are like Harder to Breathe, This Love, She Will Be Loved, and Sunday Morning, and I think there were a few others in there that I thought were pretty nice as well, but my liked songs aren't showing on my phone. Yeah, pretty good album. I think it's like pretty decent pop rock that has some good stuff in there. I'd probably give it like a light 8. I like it.
Cool. Next thing I listened to was Pony by Orville Peck. You know, it's outside of my usual taste. It's in that fucking that country boy.
Yeah,
boy. Kind of area, and you know he's got a great voice. He can just sing real low and real high, and got a good range there. But yeah, it's good gay cowboy music, and
I hate that bad gay cowboy music, so that's good to hear.
Yeah, but I liked. It's probably gotta like the song, shouldn't I? Maybe. I liked Dead of the Night. I like Hope to Die. Roses Are Falling, and Winds Change, and I gave it a 70, like a light to decent 7 overall.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing I listened to was The Loveliest Time by Carly Rae Jepsen, her new album that came out. And I thought it was pretty good. I liked it more than The Loneliest Time that was released. You know, it's still got that dance pop feel to it, which, you know, I can take or leave sometimes, but there's some catchy bops on here. Her vocals are great as always. Some catchy stuff, some little bit more atmospheric stuff in here as well. Yeah, it's got a lot of good stuff on it, but it's also just not a genre that excites me completely. So like, it's good. I could say that. I like it. And then there's some standout songs. Some of them being Collage I liked a lot. And then the other ones I have liked here are Kamikaze, Shy Boy, Put It to Rest, and Stadium Love. And the only one that I remember not really liking that much is the opener, Anything to Be With You. I think there was something annoying in the chorus that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. But other than that, though, pretty good album. I think I gave it like a decent 7.
Cool. Next album I listened to, which I forgot I listened to, was You Are Who You Hang Out With by the Front Bottoms. You know, I only got one listen in, and it was in a night where I listened to 2 other much better albums. So, it's fine. It's definitely not as good as their old stuff, and there's some like weird auto tune and production in there that I remember. But it wasn't all bad. There were a couple tracks that I did like Outlook, Not Joking, and Find Your Way Home. But it's definitely not nearly as good as the stuff I was into back when, good old freshman year in high school, getting into Midwestern emo. So, and they kind of moved away from that a little bit. So it's just it's not as good. I'd probably give it like a solid 5. Probably.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Rip.
Rip.
Next thing I listened to was The Glow Part 2 by The Microphones. We've talked about A Crow Looked at Me on here before by Mount Erie. Same guy, Phil Elverum, except I don't think this one has to do with a dying wife. But it does have to do with death. It's sad in that regard. It's a really atmospheric album, really creative production, and just like song ideas going throughout the whole thing. I still don't have like a definitive score on it because I need to do another. I did one close listen to it, and I've listened to it like kind of in the background like twice now, and I really enjoyed those last 2 times even more than the first time. But I'd say I'm probably sitting in the low 90s somewhere. But I especially really like the first 3 tracks. I Want Wind to Blow, The Glow Part 2, and The Moon. All fantastic, but the whole thing throughout the whole thing has a lot of cool stuff going on, and definitely worth the listen.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I started listening to that this week, but I was like, that's an hour-long album.
It is an hour-long album, yeah. That's why I put it off for a long time, too, I think, but yeah.
I'll have to listen to it at some point, because, I do like Mount Erie, but I'm sure it's a lot different, though. The next thing I listened to was By the Time I Get to Phoenix by Injury Reserve. It's really fucking good and devastating, and it's clipping-esque in like the glitch pop kind of area. I only got one good listen in, but it's really really fucking well done, and makes me kind of want to check out their other stuff, and maybe that new track that they released under the new name.
Yeah. By Storm. Yeah.
By Storm. But yeah, it really fucking good. I loved Superman that Ground Zero, Footwork in a Forest Fire, and Knees was my favorite. But yeah, I'd probably give it overall like a late 9.
Nice. Yeah, that's where I have that one too. That's a fantastic. I also need to check out more just Injury Reserve. I know they're like usually a little bit of a different vibe than that, but like still, I'm so curious to hear what else they have. Yeah, nice. Cool. Next thing I listened to was Knockin' Area by Maruja. It's that little EP that I was briefly talking about last week. Post-punk vibes, first Black Country New Road album vibes, but like, I think the way I thought of it the other day was like, if Black Country New Road, for Ants from Up There, they like refined their sound, but they went into like a little bit more of a positive sounding direction. Like the music got a little brighter. This is like an alternate universe where the music got even darker from the first album, but it still has like moments of beauty and stuff in there. I absolutely love it. My favorites on there are Thunder, Blind Spot, and Kakistocracy. I don't fucking know. Kakistocracy, I think. I don't know. I've never seen that before. But yeah, it's just a four song little EP. I love it. I'd give it like a light 9. It's probably my favorite thing of the year so far. Awesome.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
Next thing I listened to was Toxicity by System of a Down. It's kind of weird, It's the they do a lot of weird, like, really good melodic singing, and then they go into like the screamy kind of metal area. It's like back when like nu metal was really getting a start, and they're pretty iconic in that area. Yeah, I only, and they do have like Rage Against the Machine-esque themes of like politics and stuff like that. But it's only, I only got one listen in like almost all the albums I listened to this month, but I did like it quite a bit. I liked Prison Song, Toxicity, Aerials, and Chop Suey the most, but on my first listen I'd probably give it maybe like a light 8.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's one that I'll probably check out at some point too, because I've heard a lot of really good things about it. Just even though it's not really my genre, like it's kind of seen as the genre definitive. So, yeah. Also, did System of a Down also go woke like Rage Against the Machine did?
They might have, and it's a real damn shame.
Yeah, that's a fucking shame for sure.
Yeah.
Oh well. But last thing I listened to was Unreal Unearthed by Hozier. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, a lot of good stuff on it. I really like the production's really good for a lot of it. And Hozier's voice is immaculate on a lot of the tracks. And I'm trying to look up the album right now, but my computer's going. Am I cutting in and out for you right now?
No, you're pretty even.
Okay, well that's good to hear. But some of my favorites on the album, loading right now. I really like the 2-part opener. I like both the parts a lot on there. Probably my favorites, I would say. But I like the Who We Are track that you had. I think Francesca I liked quite a bit, and Son of Nyx and All Things End. And the last track was pretty good too, First Light. There's a lot of good stuff sprinkled throughout there, but those are some of my favorites from my couple times listening to it. I don't really have a score right now. I would maybe give it like a strong 8 or so, something like that. I have so many things at like an 8, and I'm having an identity crisis of it. But so many things feel like an 8 this year to me.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a good album. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Cool. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
But, last thing I listened to was also Unreal Unearthed by Hozier, whatever you want to call him.
Whatever you please.
Yeah. I fell in love with this album. I've listened to it probably too many times, and it has not gotten old. Any of the tracks, none of them have gotten old over the many times that I listened to the album. His voice really caught me. He sings about love, and it's like the most heartfelt shit that I've ever like heard.
Mm-hmm.
Really, like in songs like Who We Are, like that I had that the week I listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics in that are fucking fantastic. Francesca, like you were saying. But I don't know, it's just beautiful. And even when he's singing in like Gaelic, and I don't understand what the fuck he's saying, it's gorgeous.
Especially in that first track when it switches to that, like that, it's so beautiful. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. It's just I don't know, man. I fell in love with it. I'm in love with Hozier.
You're not the first, I guess.
But I really liked the 2-part opener as well. Francesca is probably my favorite on the album. Eat Your Young is really fun. Who We Are, Abstract, Psychopomp.
I remember I remember looking at that song title earlier today, being like, "Oh, I like that one." Yeah.
Yeah, that one's about like a Psychopomp it's like a mythical creature that it like guides animals to the afterlife or whatever, like or something like that.
I started watching. I think I saw this. I started watching Fantano's review of it, and I didn't finish it. But I think in the beginning he mentioned how like the whole album kind of centers around Dante's Inferno and like the circles of hell and shit like that. I was like, oh, I did not pick up on that at all just from listening. But
I don't know Dante's Inferno.
Me neither.
But I know that it is based off that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Every time I see a live video of him singing it, it gets me. I don't know why. He's so fucking talented. Like his guitar work is great.
Yeah, the guitar work is another highlight throughout the whole album. I forgot to mention that. Yeah.
And like you're saying, the instrumental track "Son of Nyx" is fantastic.
It's gorgeous.
But I think it is my favorite album of the year so far.
I don't blame you.
And I'd probably give it a solid to strong 9.
Wow, nice.
It's really fucking good. And if you haven't listened to it, check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
I texted my sister because she's a Hozier fan. But when I listened to it, I was like, "This fucking album's great." And that was like 2 weeks ago, I think. And she hadn't gotten back to me. I was like, "Oh, that's all right, whatever." And then I was playing Fortnite with my youngest brother this week, and Maddie was around, and I was like, "Tell her that I texted her like a couple weeks ago," and she never responded. And he yelled at her, and she was like, "Sorry, I was at work," and I was like, "In 2 weeks."
Sorry, I just got out of work. Yeah.
But yeah, she was, and then I think she responded, and she was like, "Yeah, I listened to it." I was like,
nice.
Cool.
Love that.
Neato. Yeah, I got great relationships with my siblings.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are all the albums I listened to.
Mm-hmm.
But
also something that I think I actually did this last week, but I forgot to mention it. But even though there's no appearance of me because I'm too scared to turn my webcam. But I did end up. I still have a beard, but I ended up trimming it down a bit because I kind of came to the realization, because at first the whole thought process behind it was, let's just see how far it can go out. Let's just have some fun with it. And then I realized, I was like, I don't think this shit has like grown any further in like 6 months, maybe even more than that. I'm just gonna put it down to a normal level. So now I just have a nice even little shave.
Oh, it was sure.
Yeah. But did an experiment, saw what it did. But I do still like having it. But now it's a little shorter because I was seeing like some older videos of me like from the podcast and some of the TikToks I was doing around the time, and I was like, it looks a lot better with it just being on the shorter end, and it's not going any further out. So let's clean up a little bit. Let's be an upstanding citizen,
Yeah.
So that's me now.
Yeah, I look back at like old episodes of the podcast when you were a baby face, and that man is so much different looking with a beard.
Yeah. That man was depressed as fuck too. Not much has changed, but I started growing the beard like, I think I started growing it like as I was finishing the album. So I didn't even think about that, but like I'm pretty sure it kind of was growing, and then that was around the same time I was like, what if I don't shave? But yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Are you still like good to do the bracket?
Yeah, I mean, I work at 8 tomorrow, but I don't have an assignment to do. So
okay. Well, I was gonna say if you want, we could like cut and record tomorrow or something if that works better for you.
Probably all right.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, we should probably get into that because normally we'd be wrapping up the normal episode. So.
Oh shit! Really?
We're at 53 minutes.
Oh fuck! It's gonna be a long one.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing a different kind of bracket this week than we usually would.
We ran out of music.
Yep. we listened to everything possible, and we ran out. So.
Yep.
We're going into another medium, and that is video games.
At least for this week.
Yeah, at least this one. But I compiled 30 video games, and we will be duking it out to see which of the ones is our favorite.
Yeah. And in here we got, I think most of them are ones that we've both played, but by request of Colin, we are also have some in there that are just one of us knows, so we're going to be fighting tooth and nail for those probably. But you know what? That's content, baby. So
yes, sir.
But yeah. How we gonna do this?
I'll probably just turn on my camera and show the bracket. Right.
Audio listeners, come on over to YouTube. Here he comes.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, that's just a funny matchup.
Our first little matchup here: Call of Duty versus Lego Star Wars.
God damn! So we're Call of Duty. Is that just encompassing all of it?
Pretty much. I mean, specifically, probably more like Black Ops 2.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Okay.
I have nostalgia for both of these franchises. Call of Duty, Black Ops 2 was a shining light in the early 2010s.
Absolutely.
Gunning game is still one of my favorite fucking game modes in a game like ever. Mm-hmm. So, but Lego Star Wars, the first one, was my first ever video game that was like my own. Like I owned that on the PlayStation 2. And I have extreme nostalgia for that. I love it. It was back when, that first Lego Star Wars game was the first like Lego franchise game. And they didn't talk yet. And I love the little grunts and like the fucking Yoda.
That's R2D2,
but yeah, I love...
That's the Yoda one.
And for that reason alone, I'm going Lego Star Wars on this one.
I'll go in the order you did too. I mean, we're the same age, so it makes sense that both of us, Black Ops 2 was that was the age of our Call of Duty adolescence.
Right.
So I have a lot of nostalgia for, the zombies modes in particular in there. I liked the multiplayer a lot at the time as well, and the campaign and all that. But, as good as some of the Call of Duties are, and like how iconic and huge they are in the gaming sphere, obviously, because they're still being released, I think still yearly. Oh, no, maybe not yearly. I don't know. There's still a lot of them coming out.
It's still pretty yearly, yeah.
Yeah.
They're putting out Modern Warfare 3 this year, so.
Oh, awesome. I haven't played a Call of Duty in so long, but I just think Lego Star Wars, it has that charm. It has just the people who made the game loved making it, and so much love and attention put into it, and I have so much nostalgia for it. I think I probably, as much time as I did put into Call of Duty, I probably have better memories just with the Lego Star Wars, like levels and shit, and just exploring and doing all types of getting all the mini kits and all that. I think it's just, it could be nostalgia talking, but I think I also agree it's the better games. So, yeah.
Yeah. And also like, in like the complete saga, when you could go into that sandbox kind of area and destroy the whole town and grab coins and shit.
Yeah.
It's so fucking fun.
Yeah. That was
like
classic.
Call of Duty. It's like Call of Duty's iconic. I love a good amount of them, but Lego Star Wars, man, there's something about it. It's just very special. So Lego Star Wars is moving on.
All right.
I won't.
Hello.
Alrighty.
Oh, I thought you said hello.
Huh?
Never mind. Just keep going.
Alright. Oop! I turned it back one. Our next matchup: Super Smash Bros. Versus Among Us.
Wow.
Among Us. You know, Among Us was very prevalent in the age of COVID.
Oh, yes.
And it was a fun little time. And it's still a funny, ironic meme that I don't even know if it is ironic anymore.
At least with us, yeah.
Yeah. Super Smash Bros. It's that bitch. So you can't really have Among Us beat Smash.
Yeah, this is kind of a no contest. I think both of these, well, at least Among Us, I think came from my initial list I sent you, and that was me just mostly thinking, what games have we played together?
Yeah,
and
I had it on my list already too. So
yeah, oh, okay, that's good to hear. But like, I only got to experience it a few times because that was actually what our Discord server originally started with, was just gathering people to play Among Us. But like 10 player Among Us at that time, pretty fun. And I'm assuming even with like some of the things they have now, I'm not even sure if these are real things, but like the edits people have done with like the proximity voice chat and the roles and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure it's pretty fun. Also gets old very quickly. But what doesn't get old quickly is Smash, because I think that's just for definitely for people our age, but I'm sure for even people ages above and below us as well. That's just the go-to. Hey, you want to come to my house? We can play Smash. It's literally like it's like that game. Like I don't think there's any other game that's that universal of hey, let's play this at your house right now.
Right.
So yeah, for that, yeah, easy Smash.
Easy Smash. All right, Smash Bros. On, and
that's what I was called in high school. Easy Smash.
Easy. Oh really?
Yeah. Anyways,
that's hot. Next matchup: Assassin's Creed versus Mortal Kombat.
I could talk on this one first. Assassin's Creed, not a perfect track record, just like Call of Duty. I've played, I think 2 was the first one I ever played, because it was free on Xbox. And then 3, I got somewhat near release, and I remember being very hyped about it and enjoying it a lot. And then 4 is a very good game, and then I also played Origins, which I also enjoyed very much. And that was like the whole RPG stuff. And while it isn't perfect, it's still iconic. It's got fun gameplay, fun open worlds that are usually pretty realized and everything. Some of them have really good characters and stuff too. For me, I never really got into Mortal Kombat. Like, I don't know. The few times I've played at people's houses, like, yeah, it's kind of fun. But like, the fighting, that whole like combo style of fighting games is not really my thing. I prefer just being able to simply press buttons in certain directions and smash, and then that's good. And I don't know. Every time I remember when one of the Mortal Kombats came out, I played that at my neighbor's house, and like there was like a week that we like all kind of were playing that, and then it got really boring after that week for me. So it's not really my thing. For me, it's definitely Assassin's Creed here.
Cool. Yeah, I've played a few Assassin's Creed. I've played 3, 4, Syndicate, and Origins. Syndicate's my favorite. I used to think that Assassin's Creed 3 was my favorite, just because I like that time period.
Yeah.
But Syndicate is just super fun. I love the twins. The grappling hook's super cool. I love like the fucking. I forget what it's like. Early 1900s, like.
Oh yeah.
Cool aesthetic and everything.
Is that considered steampunk? I don't think it is. Never mind.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe with the grappling hook. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was. I like Assassin's Creed a lot. I like, especially the older games. I much prefer the older style of Assassin's Creed to the RPG style.
That's fair.
And
have you played any of the RPG ones?
I played Origins. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I liked Origins. I never finished it, but I liked it. And I don't know. I like a more linear kind of game for the most part. So the older style really works better for me. I didn't like Black Flag very much because the boat stuff wasn't my thing.
I love Black Flag.
Yeah, I mean, I also played it on the Wii U, so that might
that probably did impact your experience. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, I still have major nostalgia for the series. I think I watched my older brother play like Brotherhood and 2 and stuff like that. But Mortal Kombat, I do have fun with it when I do play it, and my For You page has been like full of stuff for the new one that's coming out this month.
Oh.
But I don't know. I like the aesthetic. I like fighting games, but like the only people I play fighting games with are my family, really, and my younger brother Josh. They are fucking. They know how to play fighting games, and it's infuriating. It's infuriating to play fighting games, like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, or there's always they've brought up like Guilty Gear and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, I don't want to play these anime fighting games because you are way too good at them, and it's not fun for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I like the aesthetic of Mortal Kombat. It's iconic, but yeah, it's fun for a little while, especially if you're playing with people who don't really know how to play the game either. But you know, I think Assassin's Creed wins this one for me as well.
Yeah. Just out of spite of your brother, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Ass and titties moves on.
Hell yes, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. All right. Our next matchup is Guitar Hero versus Portal 2. Don't look at that. You want to start again? Or?
Yeah, for me it's pretty easy. I've never owned a Guitar Hero game, and I've only ever played it like twice. So like, you know, you would think with me being the music guy, I would.
Yeah.
I like the concept of it, you know, rhythm games and stuff. I like especially, you know, the clones that are out now, like the Clone Hero or whatever, where people can upload songs and maps. Like that to me is pretty cool.
Right.
When it comes to Guitar Hero, though, you know, it's a lot of like dad rock stuff that I'm not familiar with and don't have nostalgia for. What was the other option? I forgot.
Portal 2.
Yeah, it's Portal 2. I like Portal 2 a lot. I like puzzles. I don't like rock music.
I don't like that damn devil's music.
Yeah, give me puzzles, portals. Yeah,
give me Valve. Fuck.
Yeah.
Never saw it. I love Guitar Hero. I love it. Guitar Hero 3. I have major nostalgia for it, and also I am kind of a dad rock guy because I grew up with a dad who liked dad rock.
Yeah.
So I know, but it's super fun. I'll still play it from time to time. Like, it wasn't last year, but it was like 2020 and 2021. I was playing a bunch of different Guitar Heroes, and I love it. I got it into like hard mode, and I was doing pretty well. I love rhythm games, but Portal 2, I don't know. It's so iconic. I loved playing it with you those years ago.
Yeah, we did the whole co-op campaign.
Yeah. I never played like the single player campaign.
Oh, really? That's really good too.
I know. I need to play that at some point, but the multiplayer campaign was so fun, and I love the aesthetic of it. I love the puzzles and the portals. This one's a little harder for me.
You got to go with your gut, especially when there's these one-sided battles.
I know. I think I'm going to go Guitar Hero.
All right. So normally what we do here is a little game of rock, paper, scissors. Do we just want to, like... I can say rock, paper, scissors then instead of shoot, we say our things. So like there won't be shoot. There'll be like rock, paper, scissors, rock, like that.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a webcam, or do you just?
I do, but I think that would be even harder to tell, honestly.
Okay.
I don't know. We could. I don't know.
We can do that if you want, like the thing you said.
Okay, cool. So there'll be a slight delay, but I'm going off the honor system. I'm going off the honor system that you'll say it at the right time. Cool. So how this works, we're gonna do a little rock paper scissors. Whoever wins this one wins the tie, and then for all future ties, it goes. We switch off between who wins, who claims the title up until the last one, unless we disagree on that. Yeah. All right. So ready? So instead of shoot, that's our answer. Cool. Rock, paper, scissors, scissors.
Rock.
All right. Colin wins that one. He may have fooled me. It's possible.
Yeah, I did. So Guitar Hero's on. That's probably going to be a controversial pick for some people.
For me, I am some people.
Yes. Sorry, Mike, but that's the rules.
Yeah.
All right.
You're lucky I'm not too attached to Portal. Okay.
Yeah. Next we got Mario Kart versus Jackbox.
I probably have a controversial opinion on this one. Mario Kart is fine.
Oh. That's it?
Pretty much. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people love it, and some people get really sweaty at it and everything. I think it's kind of fun. I would much rather, I mean, like I alluded to earlier, I would much rather play Smash with a group of friends than Mario Kart, but, you know, if people want to play it, sure, whatever. What's a lot better of a party game is Jackbox. That's so, especially when you're with a group of friends, you know. Jackbox is, I mean, I still remember that night probably like, 3 or 4 years ago that me, you, Vince, and John did that at your house. Yeah. And like, we're doing like the live presentations and shit. That was so fun.
That was great.
And I can just always think back to those. I mean, sure, maybe sometimes the jokes always dwindle down to just someone writing penis or something like that. But you know, it's just iconic. I think it makes memories with friends better than Mario Kart. I can remember more Jackbox sessions than I can Mario Kart games. So for me, it's pretty easily Jackbox, but that's probably somewhat controversial.
It might be, but I think I agree. Mario Kart, I love it. I am one of those kind of sweaty players, but at the same time, like if I'm playing in a group of people, I'll it's real fun for a few Grand Prix, but after you do a couple, it's kind of like, all right,
yeah,
let's play Smash Bros or something.
Yeah.
And I do have nostalgia for it. I love it. Mario Kart Wii was fucking fantastic, and Mario Kart 8 is great. But I do wish they'd put out a new one instead of just adding DLC to a almost 10-year-old game.
Goddamn.
But yeah, it's Jackbox. I'm kind of in the same boat as you, where like it's so fucking fun to play with friends. I've had a lot of fun playing with family as well. There's so many different party packs that like you can just switch between them all and play whatever games you want. Not all of them are hits, but like when it does hit, those are some of the funniest fucking times you'll have playing with friends. And yeah, and the new one's coming out soon. But I always think back to the time like last summer when the four of us played over Discord.
Oh shit. Yeah, that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, and we played that like devil game, and
Devil in Disguise, I think.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to talk about that part. Okay.
You tried to be between.
We don't need to talk about that, okay?
I think we do. It's really funny. But you tried to be between cheeks, but you couldn't fit it. So you got rid of a couple of letters and made a kind of controversial name for yourself. I'll let the viewers decide what they think that is. But
yeah,
really fucking funny. It's so fun to play with friends, and like Mario Kart is also fun to play with friends. But like I said, it does get old after a couple of race courses. So it's like, I don't know. It might be another controversial opinion, but I'm gonna go with Jackbox as well.
All right, Jackbox moves on.
Hey. Jackie Box. Jack My Box.
It's my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, Jackie Box.
Yeah, I've never seen Jack
It's all right.
Next up, we got Halo versus Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well, GTA 5 is another one that's perfect in the age of our adolescence. Similar time to Black Ops 2. You know, that was gamer times. You know, early high school, late middle school, and yeah, I mean, I don't think GTA 5 is a perfect game, but it's certainly iconic. The world is fantastic. Really fun to play with friends too, like online mode and all that. Story was good from what I remember. I played that probably like 6 years ago now, maybe even more than that. You know, it's like the open world is fun. A lot of fun things you could do in there. A lot of content. In Halo, I didn't play the Halo games when I was young. I only played them when the Master Chief Collection came out for Xbox. So like when it first originally came out. So that's like 2016, 2017, something like that.
I think it was. It was like 2015 or 2016 because I remember we had.
It may have been 15 actually. Yeah.
For our first marching show, we had the Halo theme, and I remember somebody painted the box art for Halo 4 or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You want to know something? Just a little side note right here. That's still in the band room.
Is it? Really?
Yeah, when I was telling the kids that was because I was telling them what my marching shows were for some reason. I said, yeah, video game theme. It was kind of cool, but one of the movements was all right. One of them, no one knew what game it was from, and the last one we did like the Halo theme, and that was kind of cool. And they're like, oh, so is that why the Halo thing's in the band room? I'm like, that thing is still there. What the hell? So like the kids coming there, like, why is there just Halo in the band room? Pretty much. Anyways, but yeah, that sounds about right then. About 2015. But that was my first exposure to it. So that by that point I was already a little bit older. So I don't really have like nostalgia for it. I played through all four of them. I liked them. I thought they were fun. But I could never 100% get into the gunplay and like the alien stuff. I think I'm slightly disconnected from too. I just want to shoot humans, you know. No.
GTA is great for that. So.
Exactly. No, but I had a lot more fond memories of GTA 5, me personally. So that's gonna be my pick there.
Yeah. I have very, very little experience with Halo. I remember playing it once or twice at Vince's back in the day.
Yeah.
And like with my friend back in like elementary school, and it was fun. I like the different, like the cool kind of weapons. I like the Needler a lot and stuff like that. And Master Chief's a cool looking character, but I never played any of the stories. I don't have any experience with that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's from a pure kind of outsider perspective, in my opinion, on Halo, and it's kind of like, I don't know. It's fine. But you know, GTA 5, I didn't get to play it till I was 16. So, you know, my nostalgia is more based off of like watching Vanoss and that crew, and like Jacksepticeye back in the early days. But like, you know, once I did play it, I liked the story a lot. I had a good time with it. it's nowhere near perfect, but it's really iconic. It's very fun to drive around and shoot, unsuspecting citizens.
Of course.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah. It's not as fun as Cowboy Game, which we'll get to later. But,
yeah. Cowboy Game 2.
Yeah, Cowboy Game 2. Yeah. And I'm still kind of sore about the fact that I didn't get to play GTA 5 till I was 16, but as soon as I bought it, my younger siblings were allowed to play it. So yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Yeah,
older sibling. I didn't get to play M games for a long time either. So GTA 5 was one that was hidden before I was allowed to play M games. So
right, yeah, yeah. You were a good Christian boy. So
good Christian boy who could buy games on Xbox Live.
Yes. But yeah, definitely GTA 5. Solely based on the fact that you can't shoot hookers in Halo. So
yeah, you need mods for that one.
Put the aliens in skimpy outfits, and I'll be in.
Maybe I'll change my mind. That's just Mass Effect at that point.
Maybe I'll have to play that one.
Yeah, there you go.
But next matchup is The Legend of Zelda versus Skyrim.
All right. I wonder what you're going to choose here.
I wonder.
How about you go first on this one?
All right. I hate Skyrim. I think it's... I'm sure I've said it on the podcast. I'm fairly certain I have. But it's overrated. It's not fun after, like, the first little while of playing it. It's iconic, yeah. But, like, the fact that it's been on every console since, like, the PlayStation 3, and on every... It's been on the fucking... It was probably on the Wii U. It's on the Switch. It's VR now. It's on the It has a PlayStation 5 version. It's probably been on every Xbox since the 360. It's everywhere. And I get it. I understand why it is. But it's not fun to me. And I never had fun with it, really. There was, like, one time where I, like, got a good amount into it, but even then I got bored. So, but I love Zelda, and I've played Twilight Princess, I've played Skyward Sword, I've played Wind Waker, and then I've played Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, and I love the stories. I love Link and Zelda. Every game is unique, and it's just, I don't know. I also just hate Bethesda. So
I mean, that one's fair in the modern age, yes.
Yeah, their games are all the same and they're not fun. So,
that's not true.
Okay, I liked Fallout 4, but yeah, I don't know. It's easy Zelda for me, but I'll let you talk.
Take the wheel. So I'll get this out of the way first. The combat in Skyrim sucks ass. It's really bad. It's literally just swing sword at meat shield until meat shield dead. But other than that, I think it's a fantastic game. I absolutely love the setting. I love getting immersed into that world. I love just being able to go around all the shops, communicate with the clunky dialogue and stuff like that. It's not a glitch. It's a feature, whatever. Back when the game, obviously the game is broken sometimes, but like in Skyrim, it legitimately does have that charm to being kind of broken, unlike future games Bethesda would make from there without fixing them. It's fun gameplay. I've still never finished the story just because I like to dick around for so long, and then I don't I'll take a break from it, and then I take a long enough of a break where I'm like, I can't get back into this, with the immersion I had before, or what were my goals, all that. I think it's a really fun game. When it comes to Zelda, I've only ever legitimately played Twilight Princess, I think, but I have followed, pretty much all of the Zeldas in terms of their stories and their worlds and the content within them and all that. There's a lot more that I wish I had played somehow. I just never really I owned a Wii, so I guess during that time I played Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. I didn't really like Skyward Sword, me personally.
That's fair.
But that's the only Nintendo I had. I guess we also had a GameCube too, so I probably could have played Ocarina. Oh, Wind Waker?
No. N64 was Ocarina and Majora's Mask.
Gotcha. Wind Waker is one I would love to play at some point. But
it's so good. Yeah.
Anyways, I have a lot of respect for Zelda, though. I think there's a lot of creativity and love that goes into those games, especially as of late with the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, all that gameplay stuff that they just throw at you, all the mechanics that you can just fuck around with the whole time, and there's just so much creativity and ingenuity put into those games that I have to give it to Zelda in general. Like I like Zelda more as a concept than I do Skyrim as a concept. Even though it's a close matchup for me, it's pretty close, but it Zelda also wins on my end.
Cool. I was kind of worried for that one.
No.
Just on the fact that you haven't played many of them. So
yeah, Skyrim would have won some other rounds for me, but
oh, okay. Right.
Zelda's a good franchise.
It is.
It's probably my favorite Nintendo franchise, actually, I would say.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same.
Yeah.
All right. Our next matchup is going to be a bloodbath.
Oh, God.
Because we got God of War 2018.
Can you guess who chose what? Based off of our conversation from earlier about God of War and my conversation on multiple episodes about RuneScape.
Oh man, and I don't win this, so I'm gonna be a little upset. But God of War is one of the best. It's one of my favorite games of all time. The story is fucking amazing. Having not played any of the original God of Wars, but knowing like the general concept and seeing the change in Kratos' character from those old games to this new one, where he's put in the saddle of being a father, and guiding Atreus along. It's heartbreaking at times. The dialogue is fantastic, and Christopher Judge is a fantastic fucking voice actor.
Yeah.
But it's iconic for a reason. It came out in like the best year for gaming in the past like 10 fucking years in 2018. Which had bangers like that, Spider-Man and Red Dead 2. So real banger of a year. But yeah, God of War is one of my favorite games ever, and I've played it a couple times and it never gets old. But I have never played RuneScape. So take it away, Mike.
Yeah, to just preface a little bit, God of War does seem like a game that I will like when I eventually get around to playing it. So I respect it, but I can almost guarantee that for me, I mean, RuneScape is it's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's a childhood favorite game. And then, since the old school version has come out, been re-released, quote unquote, I guess, it still remains to be one of my favorite things. I mean, just like the amount of content in the game is fucking insane. I mean, I've spent ungodly amounts of hours on that game. It's probably my most played game, period. And I'm still not even like near like the top of what I could be. Like, I don't have level 99 in any of my skills. There's still so much content coming. Am I cutting in and out? What are you saying? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. You're kind of cutting out a little bit.
Oh, okay. Basically, I love RuneScape. But there's just so much content. It has so much stuff going for it. An endless amount. I mean, it's an unhealthy amount of content and things to do in there. that are just grindy to the worst extent, but in a way that does manage to be, rewarding. And so many quests that I love in there. The music is phenomenally nostalgic, and just everything just has like this charm to it that I love. And yeah, it's one of my favorite games of all time, even though it's a complete grind fest. So for me, it's RuneScape.
I know. I will also mention that the music is fucking fantastic at God of War.
I'm sure it is, yeah.
Beautiful. Bear McCreary is a fucking insane composer. So, and he's done shit for like a ton of different stuff, like The Walking Dead. He did the main theme for that.
Mm-hmm.
He's just fucking insane.
Well, I was going through my images the other day, and one of the things that I found in there that I forgot about is that he also composed the last chord in Story 2 by clipping. I remember I sent you a picture of that because I was looking through like the credits. I was like, "Let's say Bear McCreary for Story 2? What the fuck?"
Yeah. All right. I'll move RuneScape on him.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but it's okay.
Fortunate.
I respect it.
I'm a fortunate son. Sorry.
I don't respect you, but I respect your choice.
All right.
Our next matchup is Minecraft versus Lego Harry Potter.
Wow. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get a visual for that one. That's my computer.
Oh, what?
You talk. Yeah, you talk. You talk.
Lego Harry Potter. I love it. It's super fun. I have nostalgia for it, but I don't have like the level of nostalgia I have it for Lego Star Wars, or even Lego Indiana Jones, which I was gonna include on here, but I was like, probably just 2 Legos. But yeah, I love Lego Harry Potter. I love the spells were super fun. Like I don't know, I love playing through those movies. But Minecraft, it might be my most played game ever, to be honest, and it's up there in my top 5 or top 10. I don't know. Games of all time for myself. It's endless fun. There's so much you can do. It's one of those games that like every time you play it, there's something different you're gonna find, and it's so fun to play with friends. The servers that we had during COVID time,
yeah,
were so fucking fun, and also also like a outlet for our depressions we had going on that year.
Yeah, our collective depression, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know. I've played Minecraft since it really like came out. Pretty much. I remember playing the fucking Pocket Edition when it was first coming out.
Oh yeah.
Only like the demo version. But I remember when there was only like 5 different blocks you could use and shit like that.
I made a brick cube and I was so proud of it.
Yeah. But it's just as fun, and it's more nostalgic for me than even Lego Harry Potter. So yeah, it's definitely Minecraft here, easy.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same thought process. Lego Harry Potter, I do have nostalgia for it as well. It's cool. It's probably my second favorite of the Lego games. I did like Indiana Jones a lot as well. That's crazy. We've never talked about these Lego games like this, but I didn't realize we had the same exposure to those. Yeah, I mean, the Harry Potter ones, a lot of cool stuff to it, but Minecraft is Minecraft. It's huge for a reason. Basically, all the things I listed off about RuneScape, except for quests, can be applied to Minecraft. Nostalgic soundtrack, endless things you can do, ungodly amount of hours that I've also put into that game. That's probably my second most played game ever. But even I think it happens once a year for just everyone our age, and I've been hearing it from one of my neighbors recently. Like, the new Minecraft server is probably going to happen at some point with them and I, at some point within the next few months, just from the talks. But so much content can be made from that game. It's amazing. Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Other than its controversial YouTubers,
yeah,
it's still a perfect game.
Technically, I was a Minecraft YouTuber.
Were you?
I did have a Minecraft series.
I feel like you were more of a Roblox YouTuber, to be honest.
Well, yeah, but I did play Minecraft. I think probably before I played Roblox, maybe at the same time, probably simultaneously.
Next matchup we got Red Dead Redemption 2 versus Left 4 Dead. Do you want to talk first?
Sure. Left 4 Dead is a game that I've actually only played recently. I played it a long time ago, the first one, just because maybe it was free on Steam or it was gifted to me or something. I don't know. But I just played it solo. I thought it was kind of whatever. But playing it with my friends recently changes the whole aspect of it. It's a pretty fun game. Doing that, and Left 4 Dead 2 especially, it kind of enhances everything. They're fun games. They're fun games for sure. But Red Dead Redemption 2, I mean, like we said, that Cowboy Game 2 or whatever the fuck we called it earlier. I just finished that I guess these are both games that I just played recently. But Red Dead 2 literally finished the story last week, finished all the content I wanted this weekend. Fantastic story, fantastic characters and all that. The world is probably my favorite video game world, I would say. It's just gorgeous from edge to edge. There's so much detail put into the landscapes themselves. I had a complaint about the map being kind of small at one point, but as I explored it more, I don't really have that complaint anymore. I personally don't think it's 100% perfect, but it has so many strong characteristics to it, and it's probably one of my... Actually, I would probably say it is my favorite story game that I've personally played. I don't know. I think I mentioned it before, but I realized as I was playing through the first missions, I was like, so this is what it's like to play a game and care about the characters. Yeah, it's really good. I love Red Dead 2, so that one for me for sure.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead. I never owned an Xbox 360, but I played it at my old friend's house a good amount. That and Dead Island. We were playing back in the day, and I liked Left 4 Dead a lot. I had fun with it. It was kind of my first soiree into the fucking realm of horror-ish games. So it was fun co-op, but not super easy for 10-year-old me. But Red Dead 2, it's another one of my favorite games ever. The story's fantastic. The character arcs, the characters, everything is so fucking well done. Beautiful world, beautiful music. It's still full of glitches, but it's a lot of times they're very funny.
Yeah.
I had one happen in my last playthrough where there was somebody getting robbed, and I dead-eyed the people who were robbing them, and then I got out of dead-eye, and the cart that the person who was getting robbed in jumped 15 feet in the air. And I don't know. I was like, great. Oh, okay, all right. And then the first time I played it, I got to Saint Denis, and I was on that bridge, that bigger bridge that goes into Saint Denis and out. There was a horse and buggy that hit me, I think, or I hit it head on, and I went flying super high in the air and super far away, and my horse was completely fine, but
nice.
It's just, despite the glitches and everything, it's a much better game than Left 4 Dead. It's a much better game than GTA 5.
Agreed.
And it's I don't think it's perfect either, but I do think it toes that line pretty close.
I think that's the best way to describe it for me too.
Yeah, so Red Dead 2 moves on for sure there. Okay.
How far are we through the first part of the bracket here?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first little area here.
Okay, so. Cool.
All right. Next we got Far Cry 3 versus Fortnite. Fortnite Battle Pass.
Did you ever play? Did you? Oh yes, of course. Sorry. Did you ever play I almost said Fortnite 3. Did you ever play Far Cry 3?
Funny thing, I literally just started playing it for the first time last night.
Oh.
So I got like out of Voss's camp, and I just got to like the base camp area, I think. So
well,
I didn't play much of it, but
yeah. Well, that's good to hear. I've played a couple Far Cry games at this point. I guess it's only been 3 and 4, but I loved 3. And I actually do want to go back and replay it at some point. I remember there was just a spring break we had during high school, I think, that it was on sale for like a spring sale on Steam. Bought it and beat it that week. Something about the gunplay in that game and just like taking over the forts and the radio towers and all that kind of stuff is really cool. The story gets super trippy and cool as well in there. And Michael Mando.
Yep.
Love that guy. But I really love the experience of Far Cry 3. And it's one of my one of the gaming experiences that I look back upon fondly. And I've been seeing some people talk about it recently on YouTube too, for like having that factor to it as well, and that was kind of cool to hear. But yeah, I really love Far Cry 3. It's one of my favorite gaming experiences. Fortnite, whatever, I don't care. That's all I gotta say.
You still never played a game of Fortnite?
I've still never played a game of Fortnite. I kind of hold it like a badge nowadays. My neighbors have been getting into it, and they streamed it for me. And the one thing I said, and I guess I'll still say, is I do kind of like the movement in general of it. Like, there's a lot of verticality in like one part of the map. He was like going between like different layers of trees and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's kind of a cool aspect. I haven't seen that in other battle royales. And the movement itself, I could see it being kind of fun when you get fluid to it. But like, I don't know. It's not really my thing. But for me, it's still Far Cry 3, yeah. But that's my real Fortnite review.
Yeah. Like I said, I just started Far Cry 3, so I don't have much to say about it. It's iconic. Boss is iconic. I love Michael Mando as well. But the only Far Cry game that I've played all the way through is 4. And I loved 4. I loved the setting of it. I loved Troy Baker as
Hoyt, I think, right?
Something like that, like the main villain.
Yeah.
But I'll see how I feel about Far Cry 3 when I finish it, or if I finish it. But Fortnite is fun for me. I got into it. I don't know. It was like around when Infinity War came out. So like 2018, I guess. And I played it a little while. I had fun with it. There was kind of a stigma against it after that, so I kind of joined on the bandwagon there. But it's fun. I have fun playing with I've been playing it this week with my younger brother, and it's been very fun. We've gotten a couple victory royales, But yeah, it's a fun battle royale. The only other like battle royales I've played are like, have I played another battle royale?
Did you ever do the Modern Warfare one?
I did play Warzone a little bit, yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
And that it's fine. Warzone's fine. I don't know. I don't like it very much. It's kind of just it's kind of like Daisy-ish. And it's not my kind of thing. But Fortnite, it's cartoony. It's very silly. I love all the little stupid dances you can do. and just the sheer like fucking ability for them to have all these deals with these different companies to have all these different characters is fucking crazy.
That is pretty insane for a gaming company.
Yeah.
And I guess, sorry, not to interrupt your whole thing, but one thing I should mention for mine is part of the reason why I'm not as into Fortnite is because me and my friends, we were into PUBG first, and we still do play PUBG fairly regularly. And that game is unoptimized as shit, and it's annoying as hell. But I much prefer the like the slow tactical gameplay of a battle royale. So like actually having strategy and stuff like that, like you can do that in PUBG, and like it makes for just some fantastic moments. I really love the gunplay in PUBG as well. But that's part of the reason why I can't quite do Fortnite either. It's just because the vibe of them is so different.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just wanted to add that on. So you continue with your
No, you're good. I do like Fortnite quite a bit, but I feel like it'd be kind of a crime to pick that over Far Cry 3.
I mean, it's your decision, man.
Because like if I pick Fortnite, then it wins, and I don't really want Fortnite to move on, even though I do like it, and I haven't played Far Cry 3. But yeah, I'll go with Far Cry 3 just because like it's iconic, and I like and Michael Mando, so Ignacio.
Really, he's just saving his skip for when RuneScape comes back up.
I might be. No.
It better not be.
No.
Integrity of the show is going to go in the toilet.
It's the integrity.
Yes.
Our next matchup is GamiN versus The Last of Us. Very games here.
Yeah, they're very different, but it's actually a little difficult for me.
Nah, it's not for me at all. I like Gmod. It's fun. It's iconic. I loved the old era of YouTube. With all the Gmod shit. I liked playing it with friends back in the mid tens. But The Last of Us is my favorite game. So it's the best story game the best story of a game I've ever played. It's Joel and Ellie are my favorite characters in gaming. And be it as many times as I fucking play it over and over and over again, I never get sick of it. It makes me cry every fucking time, and I love it to death. So it's easy The Last of Us here, but Gmod was fun.
Yeah, I have a childhood basically built around, I don't want to say built around Gmod, but like Gmod was a very core part of my early gaming experience. Especially Trouble in Terrace Town. And if you don't know what Trouble in Terrace Town is, that's basically Among Us before Among Us was a thing.
Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that's like 100% where Among Us came from, was from TTT. And I absolutely loved, I have so many memories, of playing that with my buddy Daniel and just dicking around in Sandbox with other people as well. I have a lot of fond memories of just things that would happen in Gmod, which is why it's a little hard for me. Because one of the other things that we did a lot, Daniel and I, is there's something you could do in Sandbox where you can like set up cameras. So we would literally make skits with like objects and stuff, and like have you switch cameras and stuff like that to go through the whole thing. I don't know. It was really fun. So I have that like childhood attachment to it. But I think just objectively speaking, Last of Us it's one of the best like you were saying, one of the best stories told in a game, and some of the best voice acting, 100%, from Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson and everyone who was in that game, and definitely hyper fixated on it a long time ago. So like I could probably memorize the whole script at this fucking point. But it's just still fantastic. And I mean, I think with the remake happening and new people being exposed to it for the first time with the TV show and everything, it just reminds me of how special that story is and just how great it is. So, I will go with The Last of Us here. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, I can verbatim quote like major cutscenes from that game.
Oh, me too.
So, all right. Next up, we have Telltale's The Walking Dead versus God of War Ragnarok.
Okay, you put both of them in there. That's fine, whatever.
I told you, pick some games, some of your favorite games that I haven't played.
I know that, but whatever, it's fine.
And they're both up there, my favorites of all time. So I'm not gonna not put them in. All right.
Is Last of Us Part 2 in here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Never mind. Whatever. It's fine. So I guess I'll get mine out of the way first. Haven't played Ragnarok, so I don't know jack about it. I respect it. It's probably a great game. I love Telltale's The Walking Dead, especially if we're talking Season 1, Season 2. Phenomenal. Actually, Season 4 is not bad either. Season 4 has some good stuff as well. But, like, Telltale, yeah, I mean, it's what their whole brand was basically built off of, was these Walking Dead games. First season especially, such a special little story. I mean, it's just like Last of Us, kind of, in terms of father figure and little girl traveling from point A to point B. But even though the voice acting isn't as good, it just has it has that charm to it, you know, it like really cartoony charm, but also just like genuine emotions in there as well. Some of the iconic moments that happened that I think just defined story-based games, especially during that time, because that was slightly before Last of Us, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's I love Telltale's Walking Dead. Obviously not perfect, but I think the flaws also give it a lot of character as well. Yeah. So for me, Telltale's easily. But yeah.
The only season of Telltale's The Walking Dead that I played was it was the one where Clem wasn't like the main character. It was like Javi or whatever. So
wait, do you know the story of the first two seasons?
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
I watched the first two, but the only one I played was personally was the third or fourth.
Yeah, I personally find season 3 to be kind of bad. Well, it's mid, but yeah.
Yeah, but I love the story of the first couple of seasons. Watching PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye play those first two seasons are core memories, and you know, the spoiler for 10-year-old game, but
probably more
more than that. But like the death of Kenny and like watching Felix do that and cry because of that made me feel emotion. It might have been like the first. It was like one of the first experiences that I've had watching like a video game that made me, you know, genuinely sad. And like, you know, the first season's iconic. Lee and Clem, great fucking characters, great dynamic there. I love the comic book, like cell shaded kind of stuff. It's really great, despite its flaws. And Telltale's a cool company. I think they came back after going bankrupt or whatever.
I believe they have. Yeah,
just recently, with like the Wolf.
I think they're working on Wolf Among Us too. Yeah.
Among Us. But God of War Ragnarok. It's my opinions about this game are pretty much the same as the first God of War, except this one is just that much better. Something's going on outside. I don't know. The story it's like 2 times longer than the first one. The voice acting and just the acting in general is fucking even better than the first one. There's so much more emotion across the story of this one. It made me cry from a simple hug. But like, I don't know. these Sony Santa Monica is a fucking stellar company, and they make really fucking good games. But yeah, I don't know. It's God of War Ragnarok for me. Right. Even though I do like The Walking Dead quite a bit. Yeah, it's just God of War. Again, the soundtrack is amazing. It's got Hosier on it.
Yeah. Callback.
Yes, and it's fucking, the graphics are fucking beautiful. So, yeah, I'll use my tiebreaker on this one.
All right. Yeah, I mean that's one that if I had played the game, honestly, I could see it beating Telltale. Like Telltale isn't like this unmovable force for me, but yeah.
All right. Well, this one's gonna be tough, Mike.
Is this the last?
It's the last of the first round. Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right. The Last of Us Part 2 versus Fall Guys.
God damn.
Fall Guys from here.
Well, Last of Us Part 2 it's so woke. It is. I don't know why they would do everything they did in that game just to piss me off. I'm a real gamer, and they went stupid with this one.
Yeah, I can't believe they have a trans character in that game. I can't believe that shit.
Yeah. Abby being trans, I mean, it's so, yeah.
Yeah. Abby being trans, that's the one.
Yeah.
the Rat King being trans, I can't believe it.
Yeah, why would they do that? Oh, I guess zombies can change their gender now, too.
Yeah. They were walking through Seattle and there was gay stuff around. I can't believe this shit.
Yeah, no, but if it wasn't evident from how Colin and I are, we love Last of Us 2. Very good game. Very complex game. A lot of complex things going on. I still don't think it's 100% perfect. There's things that could have been done better, but there's no denying that it's probably the most unique experience a game has ever strove to give before. It's just like, I don't know. It's hard to go into without spoilers, and we won't spoil, especially since the TV show is, following along with everything. But it's a wild ride with a lot of tough decisions made by the storytellers, but like it puts the characters in such unique places and unique mindsets, and it's really it's like a psychological game, honestly, more than anything. It really is. And it
puts you through so much shit, dude.
Yeah, and I respect the hell out of it for what they attempted to do, even if I don't think it was done perfectly. I think they can actually improve upon it with the TV show, which I'm really excited for season 2 when that writer strike and shit all over. Fall Guys was fun for a few weeks.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right. Fall Guys was fun for a few weeks. It was a good little, again, COVID game. That I can't believe they charged money for back when it first came out.
I can't believe I bought it with money.
It was free for PS Plus, so I never had to buy it. It was like $20 or something.
Yeah.
Crazy. But The Last of Us Part 2, also a COVID game.
Yeah.
Whoa. I have a lot to say about this game, but I won't get into spoilers. It's again, I've said it for like a lot of these games, but it's in my favorites of all time as well. It's not as good as the first one. Both have fantastic stories. I can't even say it's not as good as the first one. I feel like they're pretty even for me, for the most part, story wise at least. But like, it's such a really good continuation of the story set up in the first one. There's not a lot of levity to it, other than the moments with Lev and nice. But Tish. It's a tough play. It's a tough watch. It's gonna be real rough when the show comes out. I'm really worried. I'm really worried for the actress who plays Abby.
I can't wait to hear the shit storm just all over again. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Playing it the first time, it was a very jarring experience. But playing it like all the way through for a second time, just like last year, I have even more respect for it after the second time playing it. I have more understanding of the story and the themes and everything. It's a beautiful game. It's gorgeously made. Naughty Dog is a fantastic company, and but even with that said, I'm gonna go Fall Guys.
Hey man, those few weeks were really fun.
Yeah, I didn't have fun playing The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah. Video games are supposed to be fun.
I want my little bean guys.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2 didn't have bean guys. It just had devastating moments.
It did have some guys that fell, but, you know.
Oh, it did. It had many guys that fell. But, it's The Last of Us Part 2. Easy.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
There are a couple. I'm sure we're like 2 hours in at this point.
We're about to hit the 2 hour mark, yeah. And my family will be coming home at some point soon. I'm in the kitchen, so it's okay. It's okay.
There are a couple new games here, but like there's only like 2, I think. So.
All right, cool. So we can do slightly speedier with these.
Yeah, it'll be a little faster, but not with this first one. So, here we got Spider-Man 2018 versus the Lego Star Wars.
I've heard good things about Spider-Man, but never played it. It looks good. Graphics look great. Lego Star Wars, it's nostalgia factor for me, but you know, also the one I played. So yeah.
Spider-Man. I'm gonna say it. I'll say the last time I'm gonna say it. Okay. It was one of my favorite games.
Crazy how you said that so much on this gaming bracket of our favorite games.
It's fucking crazy. But yeah, I would a gaming bracket of our favorite games: Fall Guys and Among Us and Fortnite.
Yeah.
Spider-Man the story's fantastic. The graphics are great. The voice acting's really fucking good. The swinging around the city, never get bored of it. And I'm very, very excited for the second one coming out next month. Lego Star Wars do have major nostalgia for, and it was my first like game that I said earlier. So this one's kind of hard for me.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go Spider-Man. I know that I don't win this one though. So.
All right. Lego Star Wars moves on for my tie.
Sure does. All right. Next up, we got Super Smash Bros. Versus Assassin's Creed.
Interesting. We've given background to both these games. I would say just in terms of replayability and just like amount of fun, even I would say I honestly think I would go Smash Bros here. Assassin's Creed, as we were talking about before, has some great games and some great moments within it, fantastic worlds and everything, but something just simple about brawling with your bros, you know? It's done to perfection with Smash for me, and I think I have more fond feelings of Smash Bros. Than I do of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. No, I agree. I've had fun with every single Smash Bros. That I've played, but I haven't had fun with every single Assassin's Creed I've played. That's a fair point. I think that Assassin's Creed has some really great games. 3 and Syndicate are my faves, but that I've played at least. But Smash Bros. It's just endless fun that you could. That's like, it's just fun with your friends and your family. Every time you play it, so it's a Smash Bros.
All right, Smash moves on.
Smash. All right. Next we got maybe.
Baby, it's not a maybe.
Why is it just showing my icon? Oh.
Oh.
Okay,
hello.
Hi. Switch, please. Switch, please. Stop looking at me. Guitar Hero versus Jackbox.
Alright, well, for me, another easy one. Never played Guitar Hero that much. Don't have much nostalgia memories for it. Jackbox. Fun memories. Love it a lot.
Yeah, I'll agree. I do like Guitar Hero a lot. It's a lot of nostalgia. It's a lot of fun for me even today, just playing Guitar Hero 3, even still. But Jackbox is like endless fun with family and friends. So, and it held a lot of memories of just good, funny times with you guys. So,
yeah.
Jackbox.
Cool.
Who's the one? Shimmy. All right.
Yeah.
Next we got GTA 5 versus The Legend of Zelda.
This is a weird one for me just because I haven't played the Zelda games, even though I have like that respect for the creativity and all that. What did I have Zelda win over in the first round?
It was Skyrim.
Oh.
Similar legacies, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. I was gonna say I may like GTA 5 slightly more than Skyrim. I don't know though. I mean, if I'm speaking just in fondness of, well, I don't fucking know. Here, you go first. You go first. You may be able to convince me.
Yeah, GTA 5, it's fun, but I haven't played it in like fucking years, and it's kind of lost its charm for me. Like I said, I'm definitely more into a cowboy game, so and I've played a lot of Legend of Zeldas, and I've really liked every single one. So I'm easily Zelda here, but I'm a Nintendo boy, so yeah.
Yeah, Zelda really is kind of cowboy game without the cow, if you think about it.
It is.
But yeah, I guess something you said does kind of make me decide a little bit. I mean, I don't know exactly what you said, but it was something sparked the idea in my head that Zelda's constantly changing, constantly evolving, has so much stuff to it. Even if we were just including all GTA's, I think just the sheer amount of creativity and just reinvention that happens with each Zelda is more respectable and more, I don't know, it's just more gamey, more fun as games. Even though I love GTA 5 and have so many memories with it, spent a lot of time in that game too. I think I still would go Zelda here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't shoot hookers in Zelda, but
right.
You can't kill a dragon in GTA.
You can shoot like grapple hooks in some games of Zelda, but
yeah, you can.
You could call those hookers if you want to. Shoot your hookers all over the place.
I wouldn't recommend it. But
yeah, hook shot. That's what it's called.
That's the one.
Yeah.
All right. Next one we got is, I think, the last new game on here. It is Mario Party versus Old School RuneScape.
God damn it. Well, for me, I forgot I had Mario Party as one of them. Mario Party I actually probably like a little bit more than Mario Kart, me personally.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's more fun with friends and all that. That competitive spirit comes out in a unique way on that game. But I mean, for me, it's so clearly RuneScape. But it's up to you, I guess. Don't you win this tiebreaker?
I think so, but
yeah.
I don't care that much about Mario Party to have it move on. So I'll just let you win.
Really?
Yeah.
I love you forever.
I like Mario Party. It's fun sometimes, but I don't have as many experiences playing it as I do Mario Kart or Smash Bros. So yeah, RuneScape. I'll let that one move.
Hell yeah! Got Colin voting for RuneScape. That's all I wanted to do for this whole bracket.
Yeah, this one's a little dicey. We got Minecraft versus Dead Redemption 2.
Oh. Well, maybe my opinion isn't warranted or welcomed here, but as much as I really liked Red Dead, I think it's very impressive as a game. I mean, Minecraft it's a bit of an unmovable object for me. Unstoppable force, if you will. Yeah. I think the whole sandbox capabilities of Minecraft put it a leg above Red Dead for me. Red Dead was great, but I do think Minecraft is pretty close to a perfect game.
It's pretty close to perfect, you said?
Yeah, pretty close to a perfect game.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, sorry. I'll try and readjust. You can go though. It's Minecraft for me. Okay.
Yeah. When I said dicey, I really just mean in the fact that while Minecraft is like a top 5 game for me, Red Dead is like a top 10 game. And so they're close in that aspect. Red Dead, I like I said, I'm a big story game person. I love a more linear experience. But Minecraft, Minecraft's a game. It's just a different kind of beast. There's so much you can do. It's such a fun sandbox. Like, I'm not a mod person because like I've never had a computer that can run mods. But it's so cool. Just stuff that you can do with it. Red Dead 2, I love it. I love the story. I love the acting. I love the characters. But Minecraft is kind of that bitch. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
All right.
Rip Red Dead. Done.
Rip Red Dead. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. All right. Next we got Far Cry 3 versus The Last of Us.
Cool. Well, I think we can go quick on this one. This is The Last of Us. Far Cry 3 has a cool story to it as well, but it's not anywhere near Last of Us.
No. I don't even know the story of Far Cry 3, but I know that it's nothing in comparison. All right. Next we got a rough one for me. Ragnarok versus Last of Us Part 2.
Well, I can just let you talk through it. It's Last of Us Part 2 for me.
Yeah. It's so hard. Ragnarok, like I said, it's on the same level as the first God of War for me. It's just, but it's at the same time, it's like 2 times. I mean, not 2 times better, but like it does everything that the first one did, but it does it better. The combat's really fucking fun. It's beautiful. The story's fantastic. The acting is really good. The fucking music is delicious.
That's one way to describe music, yeah.
Yeah. And all of that can be said for Last of Us Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
So these are very, very close for me. But I think as a Last of Us loyalist, somebody who has loved that game for fucking 10, the first one at least, for as long as it's been out, and just the hype that I have around that franchise, I'm gonna go The Last of Us, but God of War Ragnarok is very, very close.
Good to know. Would love to experience it someday. It may happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh no. All right. Yeah. All right. We're going into these. What does Hive Mind call it? The 8. The
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
The Epic 8. I've
been watching a lot of Hive Mind BrokeN, so.
We'll call it the Epic 8 over here on BrokeN Boys.
The Epic 8, yes. Mm-hmm. Except I don't have Fortnite, so it's not the Epic 8. So we got Lego Star Wars versus Super Smash Bros.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same.
I like them for like very different reasons.
Right.
Yeah, I think in my heart of hearts, I'm leaning a little bit more towards Lego Star Wars,
Really?
Just because Smash is, well, it's a fantastic fighting game to do with your friends and everything like that. I think Lego Star Wars just has more to it, you know? It's got more like story stuff. It's got more, I mean, obviously not like story, but like it's got levels and stuff. It's got it also has a fun multiplayer aspect to it. I think it has a little bit more of a charm and replayability than I would say. Even though Smash is obviously extremely replayable, um, I don't know. I think I'm just slightly in my heart leaning a little bit more towards Lego Star Wars here.
Yeah. I will say that I do value games that are fun both alone and with people, and Lego Star Wars has that.
Yeah.
Where Smash Bros doesn't really. The only one that was like fun to play alone was um, Brawl with the story mode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, this one's kind of difficult. Just because like I have major nostalgia for both these games. Lego Star Wars. My first experience with it was alone, really. But Super Smash Brothers, I played Brawl. I played the story mode with my older brother, and we beat that in like a day. Um, it was super fun, and I have very fond memories of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of fun playing Smash Bros with my family and with my friends every time we play it. But like you were saying, in my heart of hearts, I feel like just maybe even based off of pure nostalgia, I think I gotta go Lego Star Wars. Because even in the in the Skywalker saga, like even just playing that was super fucking fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it still has that charm. So, yeah.
All right.
That's going to be another controversial pick, I feel.
It might be. It might be.
Yeah. But suck. This is our show.
Yeah.
This is a weird one. So we got Jackbox versus The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, that is very weird. I don't even know how to feel about that. Jackbox versus Legend of Zelda. I mean, obviously, I've had more fun experiences with Jackbox just simply because I've played the Jackboxes with multiple friends and stuff, and I haven't played all of the Zeldas. I've only really played one of them. But I think based off of why I had Zelda past the last two rounds, truly trumps whatever. Well, I mean, Jackbox has the creative aspect to it, but like it. I think it has to go to Zelda here. Like I love Jackbox. I love the memories I had. I can't quite articulate why Zelda has to go before it, but like it has to. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. It really was never. Jackbox was never gonna win this one for me. I do love it. Like I've said, I love the memories I have with it. I do love the amount of fun that you can have anytime you play it. I love the creativity. But like you were saying that I said when we first talked about Zelda, just the pure ability for them to change up the entire fucking story, style, everything when it comes to every different Zelda game is super fucking impressive. and I love Link and Zelda. I love Ganondorf. It's such a fucking iconic series, and I've loved every game I've played. Jackbox has a couple stinkers, so yeah, it's Zelda for me as well. Right? Okay. All right. Yeah, moving Zelda on. Jackbox had a good run, but you alive, Mike? Or are you moving, or what are you doing? Okay. Well, we're on our next matchup, and it's going to be a rough one for you. So you want me to wait till you're settled, or?
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Okay. This one's going to be rough for you, Mike.
We'll see about that. Oh, man. That is a rough one for me. That should be a rough one for you, too. I mean, oh, God. Yeah.
For the listeners, with old school RuneScape versus Minecraft.
Oh, yes. Audio listeners love you to death. You know how we always say that. Jesus Christ.
Nice way to blow up. Thank you.
See, yeah, no problem. Normally, in a situation like this, I would throw it to you first, but obviously, you know what? It's pretty clear what you're gonna go for.
Yeah.
Well, like I was alluding to earlier, I think these are my two most played games, just period. They're two that I can't exactly track the amount of hours I have in it because, RuneScape I played in two different versions of it, and then Minecraft doesn't really have an hour counter like that. Yeah. But those numbers are probably terrifying.
Yeah.
My God, both of them are so expansive. Both of them have fantastic music, simplistic music for both of them, but fantastically simplistic. Both of them have that creative aspect. All right, I think this is what I'm narrowing it down to. RuneScape, I would say, has more content than Minecraft, for sure. But Minecraft is a lot more of a fun experience. While I love RuneScape and it's a very rewarding game, like when you get something done, the process of getting something done is so goddamn tedious to like a terrible degree, in a very love-hate relationship type of way. But one that always ends in love, for masochists like me. But when you're doing Minecraft, you're going towards a goal and you're enjoying it at the same time. So like, you're building a house and you're having fun just building the house, or you're having fun just digging the holes in the mines for the most part. I think that aspect alone of just like Minecraft being a heartwarming experience, I think that puts it in front for me. As much as I love RuneScape, I think Minecraft would knock it out. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna argue for it.
Yeah, I'd love to see you try, but
no experience in RuneScape. It's probably never fucking will. So
that's good for you.
Yeah, I'm not as much of a masochist, so. Mm-hmm. But I am gonna go with, the favorite video game of fellow YouTuber here, Dweem.
Absolutely.
Because he knows. He's not a masochist, but he knows where the mask is.
Yeah, he may be a cyst of some sort, but he's not a masochist. But
yeah, he a racist? I don't
know. Probably. I don't know.
He's not a child rapist,
Yeah. Pretty sure people found that like old accounts of his, like he was very active in Republican subreddits and stuff like that. So there's a chance.
Yeah, that's great. All right, well, this is a fun one here. We got The Last of Us versus The Last of Us Part 2.
Damn. Well, I was thinking about what my answer would be if this were to happen throughout this whole bracket.
Yeah.
And while I I think it just simply comes down. Well, okay, I really expect or respect part two for the story and the experience it was giving. Like I was saying, it's an experience that I don't think any game has ever tried to do, and it's very bold and daring. And I think it does. It does work in the end. Like like they achieved what they were trying to do, but what they were trying to do also was just so out of the box and so psychologically damaging. And it's a rough game, and I respect it for that. But I think just the simple premise that I think it could have been done better and could have been done cleaner. Like as much as I love the story, I truly do believe there are things that could have been done a lot better about it. Meanwhile, with the first game, I think it did exactly what it needed to do in the perfect way. So, like, I think just that alone, even though like the gameplay looks better and the graphics are fantastic in the second one, and the first one, I think that aspect alone of the story makes me go to the first one.
Okay. Yeah. It's rough for me. I love both of these games so much. The second one is a true feat in the world of gaming. In both the story and the gameplay. The gameplay is so much different than the first one, but it's so smooth and it's so fun. But it's also fucking crazy brutal. The story, the acting, the animations, the work that was put into both these games is insane, and I love Naughty Dog. But like I said earlier, the first game is my favorite game ever. Mm-hmm. And while I have immense respect for the second one, and I love it almost as much as the first one, and I don't have many qualms with it. The first one is just something special, and it really ignited my love for video games in a way that no other video game had really done before it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, the first one wins for me as well.
Yeah. Cool. Good reasoning.
Yeah. All right.
Good emotions.
Yep. We got the Fatal 4-Way here.
All right.
We got the Lego Star Wars versus the Legend of Zelda.
Both of these are so strange to me.
I know.
I think once again, just because of Zelda's way to reinvent itself and recreate itself and to innovate and all that, especially with these last two games, I think that aspect alone brings it a little bit ahead of Lego Star Wars for me. Because Lego Star Wars, I guess there's been multiple versions of Lego Star Wars. Like, they've tried new things along the way, and there's been cool things they've added and stuff. But at the end of the day, they're still pretty much the same Lego game. Just with new little features. Meanwhile, Zelda is it's done insane things. Taken big leaps into different directions, and most of them have paid off well from what I've seen and what I've heard. Even though I've only played one game in this franchise, it's weird that I have it going to the final two, but I think it is Legend of Zelda for me.
Yeah. I love Lego Star Wars. It's pure. It's purely nostalgia. It's so charming. It's so fun. But at the same time, Zelda is a wholly original thing, and it's different every fucking time. But Lego Star Wars is Star Wars. So it's while there are funny little gags and things that the games do different from the movies. It's not like they're doing anything revolutionary. So it's Zelda as well for me.
Yeah. All right.
This one's gonna be fucking rough, Mike.
Last one going into the final one. I know Last of Us is one of them. I forgot what the other one was already.
It's Minecraft.
Oh man,
this is The Last of Us. This could be final two.
It really could. I have an opinion you may not agree with, but
you've gone.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Before you give this controversial opinion,
yeah,
I need to go through my emotions here.
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft, as we've been saying, is near perfect. It's so fun, whether you're playing alone, whether you're playing with friends. I have wonderful memories with this game throughout the many, many, many years that I've played it. I love the soundtrack. There's so many different things you can do. It's a wholly new experience every time you play it, even though it's the same game. And it's so fun. But I am a story game. Like, I'm a slut for story games. I love linear storytelling. I love a beautifully crafted story. And Naughty Dog does that so fucking well. And honestly, these might be my number 1 and number 2 favorite games like ever.
Fair.
So it's a real rough time for me, but it's for me. It's The Last of Us. And I don't know. I said it. I put it out in the world. What do you got for us, Mike?
All right. So controversial opinion time. Black people, no. No. I think the thing that is separating them in my head right now, obviously, goes without saying. I think these are also, 2 of the best games of all time, for different reasons. I mean, I think Minecraft is more renowned for. I mean, it's definitely more renowned for its gameplay, because there is no story.
Yeah.
And then there's Last of Us, who has the fantastic story, but gameplay is good. Gameplay is serviceable. I've never played it, but at the end of the day, it is, third person shooter, some craftable stuff, some good mechanics in there, but also some slightly clunky ones, especially if we're a 2013 game and all. At the end of the day, it is a shooter, third person shooter like that. And I think that's kind of what's separating it for me, because while the story of The Last of Us is phenomenal and the best probably to be ever told in a video game, I would assume, I think since these are games and their gameplay, I think the gameplay makes me want to choose Minecraft over it. Just because of how, like you were saying, it's so many different worlds that you can happen. It's the same game, but just new experiences every single time. And just endless creativity and endless amounts of time to play with yourself or with friends or with whatever. And I think that is inherently better for a game. For me personally, I think it's more alluring that way. So I think that's why I'm leaning a little more towards Minecraft here.
Who wins the draw?
I do not remember.
I think it might be me. Because the last one we had was... Was it...
I think it was one that...
I think it was Telltale. No, because I won that one. Well, maybe it was. Let's see. We had...
I can't check with you, so we're gonna have to go up.
Spider-Man versus Lego Star Wars. I think I went Spider-Man. No, I went Lego Star Wars with you, I think.
No, yeah, you went Lego Star Wars on that one. I remember.
Smash Bros. Versus Assassin's Creed. We both went Smash. Guitar Hero versus Jackbox, we both went Jackbox. GTA 5 versus Legend of Zelda, we both went Zelda. Mario Party versus RuneScape, we both went RuneScape.
Hell yeah, we did.
Minecraft versus Red Dead, we both went Minecraft.
Oh, yeah. Did you go Minecraft on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Far Cry versus The Last of Us, we both went The Last of Us.
Yeah.
God of War Ragnarok versus Last of Us Part 2, we both went The Last of Us. I don't remember. It might be.
So
it might be you.
So the last one you tracked was the Spider-Man, or not Spider-Man? What was it? I already forgot.
It was the Walking. It was the Walking Dead versus Ragnarok. I feel. I think.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely disagreed on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You might. I think you win this.
All right. Well, it does suck. I mean, I love Last of Us as well.
Yeah, I'm not extremely upset about it because I do love both these games. So.
Yeah, like you said, this could literally be the final. But
yeah, it could be. All right, we got the last round.
Woo!
Ooh. It's a long one, ladies and gentlemen. We got The Legend of Zelda versus Minecraft.
So if it hasn't been clear from how I've been describing Zelda this whole way for this bracket, this one goes to Minecraft for me. I love Zelda, but I just haven't played many of them, and their ingenuity is, especially for things like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, is definitely inspired by how free Minecraft is and how much you can just do with the mechanics of the game. I mean, it inspired so many sandbox games in that way, and I don't know. For me, it just has to be Minecraft. But I mean, obviously, you give what you need to say for this one.
Yeah. Zelda, they're both iconic, and Zelda, I've played a lot of them, but most of my memories associated with Zelda come from Wind Waker, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild. And Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are my favorites. But there's what we said about Minecraft in the past, fucking 2 hours. It still, it'll always reign true. It's pretty perfect, and it's so different every time. They're both games that, they're revolutionary in different ways. Yeah, I think I gotta go Minecraft.
All right, is that it?
Yeah,
that's it. Woo! 2.5 hours later. Well, one and a half since we started this part of the podcast, but
it's a long one, folks.
It is a long one. I think it's our longest now. There we go. Probably. There it is, right there.
Champion Minecraft.
Audio listeners, you got to go to YouTube to see that.
Yep, it's a nice little trophy that I definitely designed.
Yes, Colin designed it just for this.
Yeah, it has a little It has a little. Can't even. It's not focusing.
Champion.
It says champion.
There it is.
Tournament champion Minecraft. You cannot afford my diamond sword.
Chicken nugget and a biscuit. Yeah.
Nugget, biscuit, nugget and a biscuit.
All right. Well, I mean,
dip it all.
Oh, sorry. Mashed potatoes with the barbecue sauce. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I shouldn't interrupt the Lord's Prayer.
Yes. Toby Turner is definitely not problematic.
Definitely not. Neither is the Lord. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but I think we might be good to get into Song of the Week.
I feel pretty similar there. I gotta be up for work in 8 hours, so.
Sick. All right, well, let me make sure this song isn't, kind of long. I don't think it is, but... what's up? Oh, yes, sorry, it's me.
Oh, is it you? I thought
Yeah.
it was you last week.
No, last week you chose the first Nothing But Thieves song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are you okay if I choose one that's 5 minutes, or I can probably choose one that's shorter?
That's cool. That's
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I've been really like that Knockin' Area EP by that Maruja band, and I really wanted to choose it last week, but we had Nothing But Thieves and a reputation to uphold with our songs of the week. So I'm just gonna go with the first song off that EP. It's called Thunder by Maruja, and yeah. All right, that was Thunder by Maruja. What did you think of that, Colin?
I thought that was really cool. It's very, very Black Country New Road inspired. Yeah. But it's really well done. I'm a sucker for some sax, and that had some good sax in it.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know. The vocals were kind of a mix of Black Country and Black MIDI.
A little bit, yeah. They kind of are walking that line a little bit.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool though. I do kind of want to check out that whole EP now. Also, great fucking album cover there.
Yeah, it's super sick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really cool. I also thought it was weird that they didn't reference the even better song titled Thunder.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder why they didn't add in some pitch shifting to like thunder to really like send the point home.
Yeah. They didn't add any like you know, they could have done that. Would have been a nice homage.
Maybe a little Dan Reynolds feature. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would have been sick, but yeah, you know.
You're right. That's the only thing that's missing, but
yeah.
But yeah, no, I I really love that too. I think in my album of the year review, I was basically just like, I think I'm just a sucker for post rock with some saxophone in it. Like it's just a beautiful combo to me. Yeah, I really love the drumming in the first part of that track, and then the sweet sax at the ending. It's such a good little hodgepodge of ideas that all work together really well. So yeah, I'm really digging that EP. That's one of my favorites off of it. But yeah, what you got in store for us?
Well, since I didn't listen to anything new this week, I knew we were doing a video game bracket. I wanted to pick a song that's associated with a game. And I already picked the God of War Hosier song. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go with a cover from The Last of Us Part 2 Covers and Rarities little EP. I'm gonna go with Through the Valley by Ashley Johnson.
Okay.
Because I know I'll kill my enemies when they
come.
Oh.
What just happened? That was Through the Valley by Ashley Johnson with Chris Rondinella on guitar. What'd you think, Mike?
I mean, good. I mean, since that trailer teaser dropped way back when, I obviously really loved it during that trailer, and I went to seek out the original one by Sean James, and I actually have listened to that one for quite a while now. I didn't know the Ashley Johnson did a full version, and it was on Spotify. But I really like the original version of it a lot too. That guy's voice is crazy. But you know, it's a great song. I think she does a great job with the cover. I also noticed that Future Days was on that little EP there too, so I may have to give that one a full listen to.
I almost picked that one as well, but
yeah, both really good though. But
it's that the teaser trailer that this song is in is one of the best fucking trailers for a game that has ever come out.
I would agree.
Honestly, the hype that it brought on was immense, and I still remember the feeling I had when I watched it for the first time. Just fucking, you know, Joel, what are you doing, kiddo?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill them all,
Yeah.
And just the Ashley Johnson saying this, and it just fits so well with Ellie's story and her character, and it just if it was fucking Neil Druckmann who decided the music and shit for this game, then bravo, because that's a great fucking pick there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, Future Days, and I almost picked Wayfaring Stranger as well, because that song is in the end credits of the game, and it's both Ashley and Troy, and it's perfect, just the two of them. But yeah, I don't know, that song means a lot to the game, and to Ellie's character, so I thought it was a cool little pick there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, well, yeah, anything else to talk about?
Nope. I think I got it all off my chest.
All right.
Actually, I wanted to sing my whole new hour-long album for you, if you're all right with that.
Yeah. I apologize if I fall asleep, but I do.
No. But yeah, do you have anything else?
No. I just I'm a little EP boy, so
yeah. We got. We can quickly close out.
right.
Do a little quick closeout, and then we'll be on our way. So if you're listening on audio streaming services, thank you very much. I'm EP Boy too. We appreciate that. You can come on over to YouTube. We're under the same name, BrokeN Boys, capital N BOIS, and you can see our little Germa and Howard Hamlin profile pictures. That's who we are. I forgot about that bit. But that is who we are, deep down. And you can see the bracket stuff that we were talking about. I think we announced all of them out loud, but there may have been a couple you were confused about, and you could have seen it if you were watching the video. Watch intently for all 2.5 hours. You may find a little Easter egg. Yeah, you can come on and check out those, but we also got links to in the description for a whole bunch of stuff. We got Song of the Week things, where you can Song of the Week playlist where you can listen to Ashley Johnson's Through the Valley, or listen to Maruja's Thunder, and yeah, it could have used some of those too.
Yeah, they could have.
But you can listen to those along with a slew of a whole bunch of other stuff in those playlists. We got one for me. We got one for Colin. We got one for the both of us combined, as well for all our guests. Whole bunch of stuff you can find in there. Great playlist. Would highly recommend. Then we also have some personal stuff. I have music on Spotify and Apple Music that I listen to, or goddamn, that I have made and will continue to make in the future. I have an album out, as well as two little soundtracks with some cool stuff on there that I like a lot. I like stuff on all of them. Go check out those. You can also follow my Instagram. I have an Album of the Year page where I review albums I am up to date with quite a bit. I got my YouTube page where there will be guitar covers, and there is... I'm behind you somewhere. And Colin... Oh my gosh. I went like conceptual last week. I don't know, man. I'm just like 5 feet. I don't care at this point. I should say I don't. I should say I don't care, but
Whatever, man.
I'm not creative tonight.
It's okay. We've been doing this for 3 fucking hours.
All my creativity's gone. Okay. And then Colin, he also has Album of the Year page where he rates and reviews music. He has a movie page, or a Letterboxd page where he rates and reviews movies.
Check out my review for Super Mario Brothers the movie.
You should do that. Absolutely. I may check that out. I may. Got that. And he also has an old Instagram page where he did rate and review music. Got some beautiful relics on there.
Sure do.
And then you also run our Twitter page as well as our TikTok page, where you post updates and some funnies. There's some good funnies on there. And good updates. Is that all for you? Did I skip anything over you?
I mean, I'm in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say maybe like the length of all of like a case.
So very specific. I love it.
Yeah, so the length, as for all 30 games that we talked about, it's like all of the game cases put back to back.
Yeah.
I'm like, if we put them up to our chests together, I'd be like as far away as that is.
Gotcha. Does that include the game case of old school RuneScape?
Yeah. I'm sure that's like a maybe like a PC tower or whatever, but
yeah, man. Cool. And what are we gonna do to one lucky viewer, Colin?
We're gonna very slowly and sleepily we're gonna sleepwalk on over to you. I'm gonna knock over all the game cases that are between us, and we're gonna come together with you in between. We're gonna sandwich you.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna hug you from in front and behind.
A little bit of a chuckle sandwich, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole 3 hours of chuckles here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna hug you from in front and behind. In what we like to call the love cage. And that won't be it, because wait, there's more.
If you call now, sorry.
Yeah, I think we made that joke last week.
Probably.
Before. That's okay. Yeah, we're gonna sloppily and sleepily make out right next to your head, in a very loving, tender way.
Mm-hmm. Noisy.
All of this, yes, obviously. All of this is consensual, by the way. We will get your consent before we do this. But if you disagree, then there's going to be some problems.
Yeah.
But, if you would like your own love cage, if that experience sounds palatable to you, you can get your own by dropping your home address in the comments below.
Yeah.
And we will find you sometime, someplace. You won't know when or where, but we'll find you and we'll give you your very own love cage. It could be tomorrow. It could be in 20 years' time.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, it could really be anywhere at any time, and you will never see it coming. But you're gonna love it. I can guarantee that.
Everyone knows does.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a core memory for many people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get your own by dropping your home address in the comments below.
Do it.
We just fulfilled one today, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In Nebraska.
Mm-hmm. Topeka.
That's Kansas.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps things up.
If you want to know how I know where Topeka is?
How do you know where Topeka is?
Because of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
What? They're in Topeka, Kansas?
Well, no, but there's an episode, or it might have even been the movie. Mac and Blue are watching TV, and then they're watching the news because they're bored. And the news broadcast is telling the weather for the states or whatever. And they go, "It's hot in Topeka." Mm-hmm. And Blue goes, "It is hot in Topeka." So yeah, that's always stuck with me.
How'd you know it was Kansas? Wait, did I miss a part of that setup? I'm sorry.
Nope. I guess that's how I know the name Topeka.
Okay. Yeah, you better be. All right. Well, Colin has to be at work in 7.5 hours, so I think we should allow him to go. So.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna set up a live stream of me sleeping.
So if you sick. Want to put that
on TikTok.
There we go.
It'll be one of those live streams where where they're pretending to sleep and then they have like the sound effects that wake up and they go, "What?"
Yeah. That sounds like a great idea. I'd donate 20 roses to that.
Podcast so good.
Yeah, you'll do that every time you wake up.
You're feeling like a cowgirl.
Yeah.
All right, good night, folks.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
It's coming out at noon on Monday, but good night, folks.
Yeah.